BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome along, everyone, to round 4 of the ALR Formula One World Championship, and we have a rain. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I've also dropped my phone, or controller, whatever it is. Let's get going, shall we then, for the start of what is going to be, well, a very damp and quite a moody start then here in Hungary. Remember that we only ever had our first wet race in Hungary back in 2006. Now it's like after 20 years of making its debut on the Formula One calendar, but these days we seem to get a lot of rain, don't we? We also have some returning face as well tonight. But before we do any of that, we are going to quickly go through the drivers and the constructors' stand-ins, I believe, and before we do anything else tonight, then right then, let's get on with it, shall we then? And of course, it is the drivers first, and we're going to quickly do this whilst there's only one car out on track. BoxBox leads by on 65 points at the moment, compared to Percy on 41. Ken's a solid start on 32 points. Immortal also on 32 points. Well, Troy, the former champion, down in 5th position there. German, another former champion, down in 6th at the moment. Charles the 7th, Toy Coin 8th, Indigo in 9th position, and 10th position is Mr. Raging Bull in the driver's standings. And in the constructor's standings, it looks like this at the moment. It's a very good start for the Alpine team. 97 points on the board so far. Ferrari in second, with Haas in first position. Yellow flag very momentarily. Milan's out on intermediate tyres. Goodness gracious me, he may struggle to the opening stage of this this qualifying session there. Alfa Romeo in 4th, with McLaren in 5th. 6th is the Aston Martin team, with Red Bull 7th, 11th for Williams in 8th position. Mercedes and unfortunately AlphaTauri, no points unfortunately. And in the joint constructors, then we do have Ferrari, then, who started off well, haven't they? So far, with McLaren in second and third position is the Alpine team. Very close behind the Alpine team is the Haas team. Brilliant start for them in the brilliant start for them in the Silver Championship, but of course, unfortunately, they've had a bit of a bump in the road, didn't they, in Spain last week? There, let's see if they can get themselves back in the saddle. Aston Martin are in 5th, Williams are in 6th position at the moment, and 7th position is Alfa Romeo, 8th is AlphaTauri, 9th is the Red Bull, 10th is the Mercedes team there. So we got Emerson, who is returning to the sport for the first time in a very long time. He is, I think it was Monza, wasn't it? Last time he raced there, but Emerson then driving for the first time in a long time, and the former double world champion, the most successful driver in ALR. Oh God, I'm so successful, I've choked on my own tongue. The most successful driver of ALR over the history. Then, of course, got the most wins, he's one away from the most pole positions at all time, but he's got the most pole positions in gold. Of course, Emerson has there, and of course the double world champion as well, the most ever points as well scored by a single driver. And of course, and also he has got one of the records which I don't think is ever going to be broken in ALR history: 21 podiums in 22 races, and the only race, and that race where he didn't get a podium, he finished 4th in Monaco, which I think was very disputed by the stewards, wasn't it, way back then. But yes, Emerson, we've got to say, is pretty good at the old Formula 1 games, isn't he? However, of course, new era of Formula 1, of course, that was back before the ground effect era had kicked in then. So different type of cars these days for Emerson. But car 25 for Emerson into the final few turns then, and coming out now, and he is going to set us on our journey then for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and currently goes fast at the moment. And this is a three-part qualifying session now, as a three-part qualifying session then, as per normal in Gold Championship. But Percy has found about almost 2 seconds over Emerson. Well, Percy is the current measuring stick of ALR, of course, the current world champion now. Percy is at the moment 15 Grand Prix wins and 32 podiums to his name. Then is Percy. Of course, anyway, let's go through the chat in just a few moments. And Milan has gone second fast on the intermediate tires, and Milan, a Grand Prix winner in of its own right there. Milan is there. Of course, he probably could and should have a lot more than one Grand Prix win to his name, Milan is, but it's great to see him back in the saddle as well. Was a part of the Mercedes team for most of last season, and potentially Mercedes could have won the championship, but unfortunately Milan had to bail out halfway through the season. But return to action now, Milan is there with another new gamer tag. Then Markey in 3rd position now, with Nameless currently in 4th at the moment. Emerson, believe it or not, is the slowest time runner so far. Sam Swift Ninja has got a few accolades to his name as well in ALR. Goodness gracious me, I think the Serious Mushroom mentioned there that there was a lot of big hitters in ALR tonight, then, wasn't there? I don't think Sam Swift Ninja has ever started a gold race actually in his ALR career, which I'm quite surprised by, to be honest. I can't find him on my spreadsheet. So yeah, Sam Swift Ninja, this potentially could be his official Grand Prix debut in ALR. And of course, Sam Swift Ninja has raced before when we was under the HDE umbrella. I think part of Division 2 back in that Season 7 season. First has gone fast still by half a second. Incredible stuff indeed for the Ferrari driver. But Sam Swift Ninja is official debut here tonight. Good stuff indeed. Boxstyle, the man who's been pretty imperious so far, hasn't he? With some incredible start to the season with 2 Grand Prix wins, and I think he's on the podium as well. Last time out of 3rd position. So Boxstyle, night and day. This time last season he had nil points. This season he's got 65 points and leading the World Drivers' Championship. But Cam, first time last time out, he did not finish in the points in his ALR Gold career. Car 5, and that's quite synonymous with the Red Bull team with Sebastian Vettel. I don't think Vettel actually raced at number 5, did he? Only raced at number 5 once in Red Bull actually. So maybe I should just keep quiet. Right, we just got Swift Ninja going second fast. It's good stuff indeed. That Liam has popped into a 33. Immortals have left the session, and goodness gracious me, Immortal left the session. That's not ideal at all in these rain conditions. It is heavy rain at the moment, but we have got Milan still out on the intermediate tires and doing pretty decent times to be fair. 32.0 so far. Keza's just gone 6 fastest. On board with Mr. Raging Bull. Forward pole sitter Tango out there as well. Tango is just popped himself himself over to P8 now on the grid. Anyone else on the intermediate tyres mode? Everyone else is still on full wet weather tyres at this moment, and we're not sure about the weather, whether it's going to dry up or not. I'm going to quickly go to the comments into the 3 modes, but Percy going quicker still, and now into the 35s. My goodness gracious me. Percy is just absolutely rollicking away at the moment. Now, Boxtel's gone second fastest, just a whisker in front of Sam Swift. Ninja in third position. My golly gosh, that as well. Mr. 84 just watching what he can do then. German is still in the pits mode, and German, of course, was on pole position, I think, last week in Spain. And can he replicate that this time around then? We talked to German, didn't we, after the race last week. He was satisfied with his performance there, but don't think he was jumping for joy. Troy, the former Season 8 World Champion in the Ferrari, his teammate Percy absolutely flying out there. Troy very much rests in that Ferrari car. Goodness gracious me. We have had all kinds of news breaks in this week of Formula 1, haven't we? And goodness gracious me, it seems to be Formula 1 seems to be back in action a couple of weeks early, which is actually fantastic to see as well. And I'm sure that it's our first race in February, isn't it, as well now? Well, certainly it's gold anyway. What about Percy? What to do? Toy Coin and Indigo out on circuit as well. Indigo is actually the slowest time runner so far, so I don't think that Indigo has set a representative time just yet. Then we got Toy Coin, who's just about to complete his lap now. Knowlesy and Gurman are sat in the pits. They have not set a time yet, but they are thinking about the intermediate tyres, and let's see how that one transpires. Troy is sound fast in the Ferrari at the moment. Brabbitt going at 6, and I think that Brabbitt also last time out in Spain, that was the first time in Brabbitt's gold career has not finished inside the points at all in 5 or 6 races he's participated in now. I think for Brabbitt, he did participate in a couple of races before becoming a full-time driver in gold, and I'm absolutely loving seeing Brabbitt in gold. Keza 1600s up there as we go through the fast turn 4 around here. Emerson Hilton then, of course, returning back to ALR then after I think he hasn't raced I just keep thinking it's Italy last year, but it might not be. I think it was Canada, actually, wasn't it? Because I was Skyfan. Hello to you, Emerson. Good evening to you, my good sir. Oh, we have a new member badge, and it's blue. Knowles here saying as well, of course, we have now got a partnership. We have a load of partnerships now. Immortal's back in the session. It's good to see. And hopefully he can get himself out on circuit then. Because I put the time to go and tumble like a fruit machine here. Kez has had a pretty disappointing second sector there. He is down swift. Ninja has been very swift on the circuit and has currently gone half a second quicker than the current champion Percy. Rain is starting to drop. It's starting to lower in terms of intensity. If you're a McLaren driver, that's their wordplay. Sorry, Indigo's gone 6 seconds quicker there. Final sector there, Keza actually was slower there, so be disappointed that Keza would. Unfortunately, Toy Coin has gone fastest. No, not fastest, faster, and 6 fastest at the moment now. We got Chappers, who's actually out on the intermediate tyres at this moment. We'll take a look to see what he does. Emerson there, down in 17th position, and Emerson is the double world champion. It goes to show, doesn't it, that either, because remember, Michael Schumacher stepped back into Formula 1 in 2010, and of course, he did not blow the competition away, did he? Of course, whether the and I think that it was just because he's been out of the sport for so long, and I wonder if Emerson's feeling the same at the moment there as he's just trying to get himself back into the rhythm now. So we're just on board Chappers at the moment. He's on the intermediate tyres. We've seen Milan on the intermediate tyres a few minutes ago, but we did not really pay too much attention to Milan there, which is shocking me for myself, I must say. I apologise profusely. Hopefully but we're going to just see what the intermediate runners can do now. Bonjour! Bonjour there to German there. I don't know why my thingy-majig went down there. Oh, goodness me, hit me chat, not anything else. Then again, I am always quite excited when I see Formula 1 cars and ALR out on circuit, so potentially, let's not go down that road, actually. Soft tires there for Liam, yeah. I must say, that's very bold for Liam, yeah, but I don't think he's going to get very far, to be honest with you. It's very much similar to, I think, wasn't it the AlphaTauri or Toro Rosso maybe back in Germany when they decided to go on the full wet tyres. And Kimi Räikkönen has also done the same as well it's opposite to what Liam is doing. And also full wet tyres for Kimi Räikkönen in Malaysia in 2009, which was very premature indeed. Then I know a lot about being premature. I'm a Blue Aberdeen. I doubled that. Emerson is saying that, of course, I'm not sure if it's the classic I-465 song or if it's the new one by David Guetta. Knowlesy, then Grand Prix winner as well. Then 3-time Grand Prix winner Knowlesy is there. Others voted the time of his career that he's probably not in the most successful, is he? But I wonder if he's just enjoying his racing a bit more now. But certainly, he's had a disappointing start both AlphaTauri's. The AlphaTauri team not yet off the board in terms of points scored. Then Knowlesy across the line going second fastest. Everyone's on the intermediate tyres now. That is definitely the quicker tyre. I haven't said that. Sam Swift Ninja, who set his time on the wet tyres, is still 3/10 of a second in front of German and 5/10 of a second in front of Knowlesy at the moment. But the wet tyres, the intermediate tyres are the quicker tyre now. Emerson up into 13th. But Emerson's might have to come back into the pits here because he's on the wrong tyre. Emerson is. He's the only driver on the wet tyres now. That could be potentially costly here for Emerson. Chappers there for a second and a quarter up in the second split time there for Chappers. Rain has is not intensified anymore. It's actually less intensified, if that's a proper sentence, which isn't. Good evening, lads. Pinhead is saying, oh no, not the rain. Ayrton, Emerson is back with a bang, and wouldn't you like that, Sean? Then I certainly do indeed. I do love a good old goodness gracious me, really fast sports radio. Chappers has balance and speed as well. Good time there for Chappers in the Alfa Romeo. Make the most of Alfa Romeo. This is the last time we're going to be seeing the Alfa Romeo in a season before they become stake or kick, depending on where we are in the world next year. So that's going to get very interesting. Indeed, I struggle with team names at the best of times. Here is Mr. Raging Bull, a second up in the second split. To look at the water coming off of those tyres. Good heavens above there. Appalling conditions out there. I do not know the weather forecast, and to be fair, I love it when I don't know the weather forecast. It makes it very intriguing indeed, and I haven't taken off my jumper, so I'm going to get under boob sweat again like I did last week. That's not good. As German faster now by half a second from Swift Ninja. Of course, German is pretty fiery and one lap pace up on them. Mr. Raging Bull goes 7 fastest there. In the Aston Martin. Boxed out half a second up in the second split time. No, the first split time, I should say. What about the second there? He's a second and a quarter, or just over a quarter, just under a half a second up in the second sector time. And of course, we've got a supercharge as well, which is a new feature to YouTube. I must admit, I don't understand a lot about it, to be fair, but thank you very much, Darius. I think Knowlesy is now a member, isn't he? So maybe I wonder if we can call on members. I do watch a box that goes fast. I'm not sure if this YouTuber would be very happy to install it, but I watch a guy called James Early who does a lot of classic YouTube streams and things like that. 3 minutes ago in his qualifying session, by the way, which I'm sure you're all interested to know. But of course, yeah, and he calls his members pit crews. So I wonder if we can have something like that maybe. I don't know. Right, or team members, whatever. Then I'm not paid for my brain. That is certainly for sure. I don't know what I would love to be paid for stuff. But to be fair, I think I'm usually paid to go away. Right, we got Milan there, who is in 15th position at the moment. Germa, welcome to Jensen tier. That's what we got then. So yeah, I should have read that probably earlier before going on that monologue. Thank you very much. Germa now is our Jensen tier, which is good stuff indeed. I have read the announcement in the paddock chat, but unfortunately, I need the bit I need to remember the most. I haven't remembered yet. Tango 5th fastest. Troy is first. My goodness me, this feels like a full qualifying session. The action has gone on so far. Emerson's now on the intermediate tyres, so that's good stuff to hear. Then good stuff to see, I'd say. Liam, yeah, also on the intermediate tyres as well. Now after flirting with the soft tyres, but decided that it probably was a bit too wet for that. Then Liam, yeah, 7/10 of a second up in the second sector. So we'll keep an eye on what he could do then. Good evening, Germa. Then welcome to the club, Germa. And also is saying as well. Then we've got lovely. Is that Sonoda pictures there? Sorry, we've also got it's Boxtel's faster still. The times are tumbling here. Liam Yates on an outlap at the moment. We'll stick with Liam Yates a bit later on then. What about Amolto? Amolto is purple in the second split time. He had an issue earlier on in this qualifying session. However, thank you very much, Ayrton. However, goodness gracious me, I feel rich. I wish it was coming to me. It might be coming to me, actually, to be fair, as, I might do no bank transfer and all that kind of stuff. The 1-2 for the LP team there, first and second. And just as I say that, the Williams driver, Swift Ninja, has gone faster still. My goodness me, I'd love to see this man on the grid full time because he is flying out there at the moment. And who's just jumped up into, I didn't see who's just jumped up, I think it was Cam, wasn't it? I think Cam's now into fifth fast in the Red Bull. Another driver I'd like to see in full time. Troy across the line, then quarter of a second up, then he found 3/10 in the end there. Rain is still falling, not as heavy as it once was, and that's why we're now on the intermediate tyres. Yellow flag in sector one, we'll keep an eye out for that then. Just under a minute to go, just over a minute to go in this qualifying session. Drop zone is Liam, yeah, Mr. Rage and Ball, Toy Coin, Emerson, and Nameless all out of qualifying. If the checker flag foul now, my word there. We got Evelyn, what a lineup. It's like a flashback, Serious Mushroom was saying, and I was saying, yes, I quoted you as well, Mushroom, just before. I think it's probably about 10 minutes ago now, but yes, indeed, you're right then. It is a super lineup in ALR Gold, so my goodness gracious me, it is a flash from the past. Normally we say about Silver being a bit of the old timers club, don't we? With some of the names from yesteryear in gold, now Jordan and Silver. Box out faster still. So we're going to take a look then. Emerson is currently second up in the second split time. Toy Coin is out on circuit. Liam is 4 seconds down, but he's got a time for one more run. Percy's down in the drop zone as well now. Chappers is also down. So good heavens above, 21 seconds to go here. My golly gosh, Emerson 2 seconds up in the second split time there. Toy Coin's out there as well. Liam has a bunch of stars up. So we're going to stick with Emerson, who is currently the slowest of the time runner so far. Ayrton has donated £1 then to our super chat then. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology. Immortal is in the pit lane. I reckon that might be a mistake for Immortal. We'll find out. Emerson only 10 fastest there. Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, you know. Checker flag is falling then. Troy has finished. Toy Coin's gone fastest. Now Percy's gone fastest still on the 26.9. So good gracious me. These are going to be quick times now, aren't they? Who else out there? I think I just said Knowlesy's out of qualifying. Well, he's technically in still, but I feel that might be it for Knowlesy. Mr. Rage and Ball. There's a 6/10 of a second up to Mr. Rage and Ball. Only 14 for goodness gracious me. He's still very much in that, very much in the danger zone, I would say, with that Nameless going 10 fast. It's good time for Nameless there. I'm looking for an Alpine now. Where is that Alpine? I think it is Sam Swift. No, it is Boxed out coming into the pits. What about that Haas car behind? Both Haas drivers. That's a car off. I didn't see who it was then. Indigo then, who was right at the sharp end of the field. Then he is back at the sharp end of the field. Then he's 6 fastest there. Oh my goodness gracious me. Keza's crawling into the pits now. What about the other Alfa Romeo then? Chappers, he goes 10 fastest. Good time indeed. What about the second? Haas car of Gertman then, who Mr. Rachel falls out of qualifying. Knowles out qualifying as well. Emerson's on the tipping point now. Then German across the line. German goes 6 fastest there. German 6 fastest. Liam, then out of the final turn. Good gracious me of Mr. Williams there. It's Milan there down in 18th position there. Across the line then. Liam, goes 17 fastest. He's out of qualifying as well, unfortunately. Emerson is also... No, Emerson's found 4/10 of a second up, but there's Tango right behind us. Nemesis as well then. Out of the final turn then for Emerson. Coming up to the line. What is he done here? Emerson across the line. And Emerson is through. Good, my goodness me. What about Tango? Tango is out of qualifying. My goodness me. And Milan, a former Grand Prix winner, out of qualifying as well. Good gracious me. And wow, what an end to qualifying that was. Nameless is through. Good stuff indeed there from Nameless there. And my gosh, Knowlesy 20th, 19th Milan, 18th Mr. Race, Liam down in 17th position there. And 16th is Tango. And those are the 5 bottom drivers in this qualifying session. Goodness gracious me. Oh my goodness. Have to get a new set of lungs, I think, after that. That's incredible. But there's me. Oh, Immortal's up for session again. That's not ideal at all for Immortal, is it? Oh, goodness gracious me. Thank you very much for the super chats there as well. I really appreciate that. German is now a Jensen tier member. Ayrton has started a super chat then. And of course, Knowles is on a super chat as well. Great stuff indeed there. Big old thumbs up. Lovely stuff indeed. What is not a thumbs up though is that Liam out of qualifying along with 4 other drivers as well. Sam Swift Ninja making his debut in ALR tonight and absolutely flying there so far. Evening to you, Goku. Then we've also got Dang It, Equal's my favourite track by a couple of minutes. Equal's not in here. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Right then, let's quickly go through the drivers that are knocked out. Knowlesy, Milan, Mr. Rage, Liam, and Tango. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? There is Equals then, unfortunately not racing then. And I think it's Sam Swift Ninja. I keep looking at the Aston Martin for Equals. I'm still stuck in last season. Sorry about that, folks. My headset fell off and I couldn't find it. You would think that because of the wired headset, I can just follow the wire, but there we go. All right. This race is gonna be a battle. Gotta watch that new bump before turn one. Oh, is that a new bump? Is there? I do love a good bump. Is that because there was a bump that caused all kinds of anarchy in Spain, didn't it, last season? But a new bump into turn one then. So I'm wondering, is that from the recent update then potentially? It shows how much I play the game now, doesn't it? Goodness gracious me! Yep. I do have 3 hours on this game, but I think a lot of it's just basically sitting on the old menu screen, to be fair. Milan then couldn't go any faster, unfortunately, Milan is saying, but Milan does have the race to look forward to. But yeah, we're so used to seeing Milan, who I think is the second or third, I think he's the third all-time highest pole sitter in gold then, so it's very unusual to see Milan out in qualifying one. I think it's next to almost impossible seeing Milan out in qualifying, actually, in qualifying one. I haven't got the stats for qualifying, to be fair, because yeah, as much as I love a stat, qualifying doesn't really get my blood as much as race stats. But mainly, but maybe I should but after that, qualifying does get me blood going when they go to the world limit and beyond then. The new bump is on the left curve, and Sirius much for saying, and evening short, evening all camera racer, good luck gold indeed. Then camera, of course, talking about what Milan. Sorry, Camaro is basically is Silver's Milan, isn't he? Really, he's so quick in qualifying. Camaro is two drivers that absolutely excel in one lap pace. Very good stuff indeed. Then on board now with Indigo. And again, Toy Coin now looking at those soft tyres. We've seen Liam Yet and Liam Yet out of qualifying now. So this is a qualifying session, 15 minutes long. I reckon it's going to dry out before the end qualifying. You know, the rain is very light now here. If you just joined us then, if you just joined us, hello then. Of course, any of you long-time ALR fans will notice that we've got a couple of old-timers in here. Of course, we had Milan in here just a few moments ago. Unfortunately, Milan out of qualifying. He struggled. I think he struggled in the wet, didn't he, Milan? It stopped raining. It stopped raining. It has stopped raining then, so it's going to be a quick, short flash, I think, then of intermediate tyres in qualified two before we get on to the dry tyres. That's why Toy Coin and Percy, the world champion, also thinking about the soft tyres. Well, of course, the graphic on the left-hand side, very useful for that side of things. But yeah, the rain has stopped now, so the track, and because it's like a bowl-like circuit, this one is there. A lot of undulations there, goodness me, up and down, side to side like a roller coaster, this one is there. Roland Keaton potentially sung a song about this circuit. I don't think he did, because I don't think Roland Keaton's a big old fan of Formula 1, which is shocking stuff indeed. But I'm a big fan of Boyzone. Indigo then, goodness me, that's my street track gone down the road, hasn't it? Indigo then, of course, on the intermediate tyres at the moment. It depends on how quickly this circuit dries up, but Indigo almost on the grass there, taking a very wide berth out of that chicane, and this is very much going to be tough to overtake around this circuit. Qualifying, it is the most important qualifying of the season so far. I would say yes, it is. Just because of how difficult it is to overtake. There's two DRS zones there on the start-finish straight, down into turn 2 and into turn 3. Sorry, turn 1 to turn 2. But I would say that you need a lot of help from the drivers and to get past in turn 2. So turn 1 is the only realistic overtake. And Indigo then, Indigo just is about to, yes, he should be okay to get back into the pits, but with ground effect, they might get beached here. No, he's okay. Indigo back in the pits. He's abandoned his time because I think that Indigo has seen that the track is drying out quite quickly. Here's Emerson, then of course Emerson there, who hasn't raced full time since season 7 of ALR. So of course he did start season 8. Well, no, he didn't actually, did he? But yeah, last full-time season for Emerson. Was actually back in the season 7 now. So Nameless has gone faster by a 10th for a second now. Emerson is second. 10th for a second in front of his silver champion teammate Brabbit there. Cam has gone faster still by 8/10 of a second. Look at the tyre tracks there. Goodness me, that track is certainly dried out quite quickly here. I think that we will be on dry tyres in the not too distant future. Swift is just starting us up. Here's Kaza. We've got a Ferrari in the background. I didn't see who that was there. It's Troy out on circuit end because he's the only Ferrari out on track there. Oh, don't call me old, Sean. I'm just well worn there. Camera laugh out loud, but to be honest, I'm well worn as well. And, I'm also a bit rusty as well, but that's a ginger joke. Out the final turn there for Keza across the grid. Hatches there, second fastest there. For Keza, oh goodness me, I almost saw myself again. You would think after 34 odd years of living, you would think that I would know how to, but yeah, still trying to master that. I've really hurt my hand as well. Actually, I've just smacked my hand into it. I've really hurt. Sam Swift Ninja. That's what I get for flurrying my hands around, because I get so excited watching these drivers go to work, and they're really being put through their paces in this very wet, it's a damp Hungarian Grand Prix now. Usually we see the water over in the water park just at the exit of turn 5. Well, not today. The water's also on circuit as well. But Sam Swift Ninja, that goes fast in qualifying one there. Of course, he is in tonight for the Williams team. I feel that he is showing he's a very quick customer as well. Swift Ninja then has, I can't believe I'm saying this, has never raced in gold then, or unless he's changed his name, which I don't think he has. I can't find him then. So Swift Ninja has never raced in gold, which I find absolutely astounding. But he's fast at the moment there, 3 tenths a second in front of Cam at the moment now. It was that one of the Red Bulls is just being put on the dolly wheels and wheeled back into the garage. Troy then, what can Troy do then? Is they're on board then. Troy is in terms of numbers and stats, I think Troy is the second most successful driver of all time. Whoa, look at that drift on the outside there. Fantastic stuff and commitment there from the Super Swede. Out of the final turn, across the grid hatch there, and Troy goes full fast. However, there is a debate there, because Troy is only, I wish I was a champion, but it's a Season 8 World Champion, because, of course, Grant, he's the only other double World Champion in ALR history. However, in terms of win percentages, wins, podiums, and all that kind of stuff, Troy does have a lot more than Granty. So, in terms of that stat, he is the second most successful driver, but in terms of championships, he's probably, I think Granty might be higher, but it depends, doesn't it? That age-old argument that is. We got Percy churning around on the dry tyres here. I think it's too early, but Percy's definitely giving it a go then, isn't it? Of course, it's worth a squeeze, isn't there? Is the saying goes then. I timed it all wrong. I was out of fuel and nerves before everyone started the lap. Now I'm stuck with Milan at the back. Laugh out loud then. Well, that was certainly not on one bingo card. Then to have Milan and Nosey on the last row of the grid, I was going to say. But then again, I think that predicting who's going to be out qualifying and who's going to be in Q1 and who's going to be on the back row of the grid is very much more difficult than who's going to be on pole position, really, isn't it? That is how competitive this grid has been. Usually the gaps are just over a second and a quarter, second and a half, aren't they? Depending on the circuit length. But I think Percy might come back into the pits then with 7 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Not much action's out there at the moment. Now Troy coming back into the pits. Oh, that's for Marky and a Walsall. But we're just looking at Percy on an outlap at the moment now, because he's trying to order those soft tyres. And is he going to go for it, the champions? I think it's too risky. But he is going for it. Oh, goodness me. Fortune favours the brave. And here he comes now. So we're keep eye on Mark this time. We're going to be on board the champion now. Let's go across the grid, Hutchins there. And look at that then. On soft tyres. And there's no groove tyres out in Formula 1 these days. And they have had groove tyres for a slick, for a dry compound since 2008 then, which I don't know why. I have a soft spot for groove tyres. I think it's because that's the era that I probably remember quite fondly, to be fair. Percy now then, who is attacking turn 2 then as well here. And so because there's no groove tyres, and he ain't going to be able to disperse the water. Let's take a look there. The second time, of course, the times that he got in qualifying one has now been deleted, so he cannot get too much of a prediction here about how he's doing. But he's gone purple in the first sector here. Percy, I said, he's taking it very cautiously. Moto out on circuit as well. There's Indigo also taking having a go on the soft tyres there. My word then, and I think that all the drivers then, with 6 minutes to go in this session, a lot of drivers in the pit lane, and a lot of them are looking at Percy now. Then they're looking at his sector times. They're going to be saying, is this worth it? Is it good enough then? And I must say that because Percy's kept it on track, it surely might be worth it now then. Troy has gone third fastest with 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session there. Markey has gone fastest by 4 tenths a second. Great time for Markey. We know how good Markey's been in qualifying trim. Been superb, as he's been one of the most unluckiest drivers. If there's an award for unluckiest driver, Markey would have got it last year. But his qualifying trim was fantastic. Cross the line there. Percy, third fastest. That is it. I think that is the trigger point then to go onto the soft tyres there. You'll see all the drivers now on that left-hand side tower going to be swapping to the red mark soft compound tyres here. I'm going for it because surely with a time of a 24/7 going round and round this circuit, you're just gonna the Formula 1 cars are brilliant for hoovering up the water and throwing it back in the sky. Mortal's gone a second quicker and said that compared to Percy, but I do feel that more drivers out on the circuit is going to drive the track quicker, isn't it? But Percy has gone purple again then, and the track is just getting better and better here. Then on board again then, yellow flag for the second Ferrari of I think that's Troy then, who is on the intermediate tyres, and Percy's gone quicker than his teammate by 2/10 of a second. To me, that feels like it is wet dry tyres now. Anyone else out on the dry tyres? No, they're not then. The rest of the drivers are still on the intermediate tyres there. It does look very greasy out there. I think it might be Percy's talent, to be honest, there, for keeping it on the road, because it was absolutely inspired, isn't it? Oh, and not as you heard me on the outlap, I thought he was going to come back at the pits then. That's why I'm not a driver then, because I'm not brave enough. That's fantastic, isn't it? And here comes Percy again there. What an incredible lap then on a completely damp track there. And look at that fight in the car. That's amazing. Across the line, fastest there. What an absolute pleasure that was to watch that lap. Brilliant. And Percy is quick as that. DRS has been enabled, unbeknownst to me. Soft tyres on Indigo's car then 4 minutes ago in this qualifying session. The question I've got now, though, is it too early for Percy? Can he come back in the pits? This is a very short circuit. They're doing about a 1 minute 20. I think 1 minute 25, 1 minute 30 to come back in and out of the garage and in and out laps then. But what a lap that was from Percy. That was absolutely bravery, wasn't it? To stick at it on a very damp track there. But now, if Percy can get back to the pits, throw on a new set of boots, then he would have less tyres than everyone else, of course. But that is not going to be a problem then, because they've all used intermediate tyres for qualifying one then. So Percy may have one set less tyres than everyone else, but pause for dramatic effect. But of course, that is not going to be a problem then, is it? Because they're only going to be using, I think, 2 new sets of soft tyres then for qualifying 3 then. But look at that, the track is now quite dry then. So Percy's going to have knowledge of this circuit. So he's got an extra lap of knowledge, or an extra 2 lap of knowledge now on those soft tyres. Percy is looking very much in the box seat set. Talking to box, out comes Boxtel down in 12th position mode. And then 2.25 minutes ago in this qualifying session, here's Indigo then. Out of the far turn out, Indigo, a former pole sitter, I believe. And out of the far turn now, let's go on board with Indigo then. Look at that, snatch him over there. That's still quite greasy out there. But Percy pole. Sorry, no, Percy, this is not for pole. This is just get through to qualifying 3. Percy fastest on Mortal second with Marky third, Swift in 4th position with Keza 5th, Troy, Cam, Nameless, Emerson, and Brabbit then all in 12 on 3. If the checker flag falls now, if we have a red flag. 11 out of qualifying is German, is Boxstar, is Toycoin, is Chappers, and Indigo. Indigo is starting a lap now then, and the driver's starting to pour out of the garages then. Percy will make it through to another lap then, so that is ideal for Percy then. Goodness gracious me then, he timed that to perfection. Yellow flags for on the Alfa Romeo cars then. It might be Chappers, I think then. Well, it might be Kez actually. You might have said that because both of them are on an outlap mode. Then back on board though with Indigo. He is in the middle part of the lap now then, going on the curbside. Make sure there's no standing water on those curbside, because you'll be off into the sea of the incident then. We had Kevin Magnussen crash there, I think, a few years ago then. Second intermediate time there is come up then a 56.5, and he's purple in the second split time according to the track map then. I'm on Percy. Goodness gracious me, I leaned on my controller. That's the problem you see of, because I've got a bit of rolls around me, sometimes I don't realise what we fat's up to. Out of the final turn then, and what can Indigo do now? And Indigo across the line, and he has done a 21.2, that is fastest then. And yes, good time indeed then. Second sector coming up for Boxtel. Yellow flag, there's a lot of traffic that Boxtel has had to navigate on this lap, judging from the drivers behind him then. He has a 55.7, and that's a good time in the second split time there for Boxtel. I think he's a 17-time pole position sitter, I should say. Out to go then is what Serious Russia is saying there. Into the I think that's Indigo then, of course, who's now out to go then. Love it. And there's a Philip Hatton, there's a Haas in front of us, and I'm just giving that Boxtel a bit of a description now. 17.9. Good gracious alive. That's a good time for Boxtel. And I think, is that enough then, do you reckon? I can't tell, to be honest, because the times are just going to be tumbling like a fruit machine here. Indigo is he's going for another bottle of cherry now. Indigo is there. So Marky, who's starting his lap then, starting with Swift and Keza out there as well. So is Troy. Let's stick with Indigo for the minute because he's found another second in the second split time. He's almost out of burst here, though. Indigo is then back on board now with the Grand Prix winner, of course, won the race in Austria last season, I believe. Ben, I haven't got me old historical records up then, so that's very much pulling that out of out of somewhere which I probably don't want to go into. Out of the final turn there for Indigo, that's a better time as well. That's fast as well. The checkered flag is fallen. On Indigo, 17 and 17 for Boxtel as well. They found 5 seconds since Percy has set at that time then. 5 seconds there for Swift and just a second intermediate low time. And look at that, it's 16.9 on Grayson Need with Keza going second fast, and the times are going to, I reckon it's going to be last drive across the line here, you know. Not quick enough, I don't think. Serious Mercer is saying, good gracious me. I reckon it's going to be last one across the line here, because Chapman is third, and look at that, they need to go drop down to full field. What about the Haas there? And that's German in third position, second position there. Boxtel has improved to third now, then Swift still fast at one. Then what about the Red Bull behind him? I think that's Cam, is it? It's not Cam, it's Toy Coin, and Toy Coin's got second fastest. Look, Indigo's dropping. Percy's out there as well. There's a Mercedes in the background, and that's Marky going second fastest. The Ferrari in the background, so that's Troy who's gone fastest. Alpine then of Immortal going full fastest. Graciously then McLaren and that's Percy going fast as well. See the McLaren. Emerson's only 9 fastest, but that should be enough there. Or is it then? Because Bravitt coming across the line. Bravitt's had an issue then, and there's frustration for the McLaren there. And unfortunately, Bravitt out of qualifying, down in 15th there. Oh dear, and that is disappointing for Bravitt there. That's 2 weeks in a row, but Bravitt's out of place in qualifying, out of position in qualifying. Percy fastest with Troy second, with Cam third, Swift in fourth with Marky, Immortal, Toy Coin, German, Boxtel, and Emerson there. Goodness me, doesn't matter how long he hasn't played the game, he just seems to always be there, doesn't he? That's just, I think that's just inherent talent, isn't it? Forbes temporary, class is permanent. Bravitt out qualifying. He had an issue on his lap there, and there was a lot of frustration from Bravitt as he came across the line there. Indigo then, unfortunately, out qualifying. That's what I think the Serious Merchant said that wasn't going to be enough, and he absolutely was spot on that, unfortunately. Chappers and Keza. Keza, a shock name to be out qualifying now. Nameless, almost made it through to qualifying through for the second week in a row, but 11th position, nonetheless, good stuff indeed then. Sam Swift Ninja, it's my start of qualifying just because of his debut, but we shouldn't be too surprised because he's a quick cookie, isn't he, for anyone who recognises the name. Oh, look it up for Geordie. It was indeed then, of course. I think the box will be bringing a huge sigh of relief there. And I think Brad would be very disappointed to be out qualifying now. And now we've got a completely dry circuit then for qualifying 3. Now, this is going to be the battle for pole position then. And there are our 10 contenders and our 10 contenders and our 10 competitors, our 10 gladiators, and which I started watching Gladiators. And I got to say, the theme is magnificent, isn't it? I do miss Eureka Johnson, though, who used to present it. But then again, that's she can show my age, isn't it, really? And no one can ever beat the old Wolf bloke either, who used to be the bad guy on the original Gladiators. For our 10 contenders, our 10 gladiators is Cam, Immortal, Sam Swift, Hilton, Gernman, Marky, Troy, Boxstock, Toycoin, and Percy. We've got a bit of sunshine as well. Such a city call from my side. What am I doing, Indigo said then. Will be some instance Indigo. Plenty of time, me lad. Especially, I think turn 4 is usually an incident zone, isn't it? However, with the ground effects, don't see many spin zones, do we? 10 minutes in this qualifying session. So, hello everyone, welcome to the chat and all that kind of good stuff. Of course, give the stream a thumbs up and all that kind of good stuff. There are some of the proper YouTubers now, don't I? It really helps the channel and all that kind of great stuff. Indeed, then. I'm not breath enough, but we've only been through 12 months. And as we're just sorting with German there. So German there, who's had multiple pole positions in his career. Let's give you an exact number, shall we? We don't want to hear about estimates or approximate. Let's take a look to see exactly what German's pole position tally is in gold. Then he's got 9 pole positions, German has, and he can. This will be his 10th one today if we can get pole position. Then out of the final turn. Let's go on board now with German. Then of course a 13-time Grand Prix winner, a former world champion, and his 93rd Grand Prix start tonight for German there. Of course, and he's come through the ranks, German has, hasn't he? He started off in bronze, and he was third in the championship in bronze. Missed out to Nude Potato, I believe, who won the title that season. I can't remember who was second. I think, for some reason, I'm thinking Sean Hammers, but I don't think it was, to be fair. I think that he finished fourth in the end, Sean Hammers did. And then, of course, in silver as well, he won the World Championship on his first season there, didn't he, for German there. In his first season in silver, he won the championship when him and Dan Murphy had an epic showdown in Abu Dhabi, one of my favourite all-time races that was, and for some unknown reason, we also had rain in Abu Dhabi as well, which is the most weirdest thing I've ever seen on the Formula 1 game, to be honest. Having said that, it did rain in 2018 in Abu Dhabi as well, but of course it wasn't enough to win the circuit. German very much on the edge of the limit and beyond there. He's done a 53.5 in the second split time. That's a very impressive time indeed for German. Now coming up to the final couple of corners now for German, of course, a silver champion, a gold champion as well. Then he's got everything but the bronze championship, hasn't he? And also he hasn't got an event league championship under his belt just yet either. But German, one of the most definitely a surefire Hall of Famer in ALR, coming across the line there, 15-0, and that is pole position, provisional pole position. Emerson 8/10 of a second down, with Percy going second fastest, 6/10 of a second down. That's a massive gap there in this first stage of qualifying. I'm surprised by that, very surprised indeed. Here's Markey, who's of course lovely for stopping us, can't we? There, great stuff indeed there. But let's see what Markey can do in the Mercedes then. Out of the far turn, and of course this long turn 14, and DRS on the money, not using too much of the exit curve across the line. Second fastest for Markey, half a second away from German at the moment. That's pretty, that is a very big gap. German is he's on board with him, and well, he's watching a lot there for German, and Sam Swift Ninja is a quarter of a second down as well. German is absolutely slayed, hasn't he? Fantastic there for German there. As you know, I've learned a new word the other day, slayed, which I think means, does it mean hot or something? I don't know. I don't know what it means, to be fair, but all I know is this is good. And I think that Gerber's that did slag, didn't it, there? As we're on board with Boxstar. Serious Maximum said that Boxstar was lucky to be in this qualifying session because it was very close to Boxstar being knocked out qualified. However, here is the man who's already won 2 of the opening 3 races. He's been on the podium in the opening 3 races as well. Boxstar, night and day from his last season where he had a pretty disappointing start and still finished third in the championship, didn't he, Boxstar? But Boxstar has been so close yet so far. He's been runner-up and he's been third in the championships. One position special. That is the World Championship for Boxstar. Out of farm turn, Boxstar 2/10 of a second away from German. German is very much said is loving life on pole position at the moment. No one has been able to get into the ballpark of him at the moment. 2/10 of a second doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot around this circuit, and it is a lot in Formula 1 trims there. 7 minutes in this qualifying section. Here's Troy then, out of far turn for Troy, going second fastest. They are coming at him though. Now, and I wonder if the track is starting to rubber up now. Maybe the track is rubbering up, which makes German's time even more impressive there. Wow, incredible stuff indeed that. Here comes Immortal then. Immortal also a 4-time pole sitter is the Immortal. It's a DRS on the money now. Immortal 5th fast there. Be disappointed with that then. He's still in it there, but I think he would have liked to have been higher up than that. And Toy Coin goes 6th fast, a former pole sitter as well. Here comes Camus starting his lap now then into turn 2. Let's take stock. Half the session to go in this qualifying session then. 6 minutes to go. German, Troy, row 1, row 2, Boxstar and Swift Ninja. Row 3 is Immortal and Toy Coin. Row 4 is Markey and the champion Percy. Goodness me, Percy is going for another bite of cherry now. Emerson in 9th position, I should say, and Cam in 10th position there. That is row 5 so far. Quality pace look promising in practice. Don't understand Indigo is saying. Don't practice helps me. Saying that. I must say, I do practice for ALR, to be fair, but ironically, by the way, I'm not indulging this, but ironically, one of my best races I ever done in my ALR career was actually Mexico, and I didn't practice at all for that race. So, but then again, I was slower than the slow thing, which is why I got no penalties, which is why I finished second. I got a lucky safety car to around 3 laps to go. Came across the line full fast there on the 15.2. Serious Mushroom has made a very bold, claim, and we're going to get into the full team set. which will be pretty impressive indeed, especially when it started raining. Last season's pole position time was actually Milan of a 1:15.032 then, which is pretty impressive indeed then for Cam then. So I'm wondering then if we're going to get something like that again then. Well, I'm actually impressed that we've already beaten that pole position time. German is already quicker than Milan's pole position time from last season, which is pretty impressive indeed. My goodness me. This is our, I think this is our 10th run of Hungary now in ALR. We've never missed a race in Hungary in the ALR calendar, which is absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? Percy, here he is, the champion then. Flicking it through now. Percy is of course, we're on board now with Percy, who is now coming into turn 4 then. 10th second up in the first second time now for Percy. And the ALR bot then makes a very bold statement, and I suggest you follow him then. Hi guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to ALR and hit that bell button to stay up to date and when we go live with all our stuff. And indeed that these times these are some lethal times Pin had to say, and they are indeed. I'm bearing in mind that the track is not as utmost grippiest either, but as the track had a wash early on in qualifying, so it's going to be still relatively green out there, isn't it? But incredible times indeed. It just shows the evolution of the drivers from last season to this season. Is impressive indeed. That German there is already quicker than last season's pole position time there. Out of the final turn there for Percy across the line. Percy goes third fastest there. Much better for Percy, and exactly the same time by 300 thousandths of a second there, by the thousandth of a second between himself and Troy. That is ridiculous. If you look at that, exactly the same time for both riders. We know the limits of the prancing horse now, don't we? Good gracious me. Wow. German out on circuit as well. So German's got 3.5 minutes then to go in this qualifying session. And can German do this run and come back in the pits and do another run then? Back on board with German now then. So German has been pretty lethal in qualifying. We have I don't want to beat around the bush, so I'm not going to. But I do think that maybe sometimes strategy calls hasn't been the best strategy calls for German potentially. I'm still unsure about Silverstone, to be honest, but there are some times there where he's gone against the grain of the other driver, and I'm wondering if that cost him maybe a podium or two. Or he's already got a podium in this season, but I'm wondering if it cost him more points, maybe even a Grand Prix win potentially. We do not know, and unfortunately we'll never know. Hindsight's a wonderful thing as well. It's easy to sit here on my box, pointing fingers, that's not the best strategy and all that kind of jazz. And let's be honest about it. I'm only saying that now because a lot of other drivers did a different one. A different strategy, which won the Grand Prix. German's 1200 of a second up in the second split time. Sirius Mushroom is gone for a 14.9 for German on this lap now. Then German is in the ballpark for that. And what has he got in the final sector time? Has he still been able to keep those tyres in the operating window into the final turn? The long final turn, and out of the final turn now for German across the grid. Hatchins is 14.9 there, and Sirius Mushroom is hit the nail on the head. It's a 14.9 pole position there for German. Magnificent stuff indeed. And wow, that is pretty impressive indeed, then, which is probably the most understatement I have said all season. And so goodness gracious me, that is absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. The last time that we had a pole position in Formula 1 in ALR under a 14 was actually back in season 6. My word there. And Boxtown, no, so not Boxtown, sorry, it is, was German on another lap, do you reckon? I'm not sure. I don't think he was, to be honest, there, but goodness gracious, Boxtown starts that now. Yeah, the season 6 was the last time, and that was with the, that was, of course, with the Formula 1, that was with the non-ground effect style cars, wasn't it there? So that was, goodness gracious, I mean, that's how long ago we was last in the 14s around here, so pretty impressive stuff indeed then. 14-4, by the way, was last, was that pole position back in season 6 there. It was done by, actually, I forgot to read that. I thought it was done by German then, but German won that race. It was Pillars who'd done that 14 up. Goodness gracious. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Boxed out in the second split time now. Sirius Russian has nailed it then, and I hope he did the old Tim Henman fist bump as well, of course, where every time Tim Henman used to win a tennis match, he used to just do like a little fist thing as well, which even when it was one of the best matches of his life, he was very much like a Kimi Räikkönen of tennis sometimes, wasn't he? However, I don't watch tennis, to be honest, and that's true. They might all sound very like that, to be fair. Out of final turn for Boxtown, and it's pole position there, and it is pole position by 300ths of a second there. Boxtown could be on course then to get his 18th pole position of his career here tonight there. And what a time it was indeed. Troy is starting his lap now. Percy starting his lap. He's invalidated that lap. He doesn't need to worry about that lap. Now, it is all or nothing as O-Town sung back in the late 90s. And on board with Swift, oh no, we're not on board with Swift. Percy, Geordie said, yo, Percy, Geordie said you're washed then. Just kidding, was hoping they would fight their two nights now. They are indeed, aren't they? And Alphon turned there for Swift, and on his debut, Sam Swift Ninja is on pole position for the Williams team. My goodness me, a 14-7. We're only 3/10 of second away from that 14-4 back set in season 6. That's just ridiculous times out there. Wow. And goodness gracious me, I'm losing my voice already. At the final turn there for Malta, I don't think it's going to be a 14, but it's going to be a very close 15. It is a 15 there for Malta, and that's on the second row of the grid. What about Markey? Markey goes 7 fastest there. Red Bull is in the pits and of Toy Coin, so he is going to only start as high as 9th. I wish I could start 9th. Out of the final turn there for Cam across the line. Cam's going to be in 5th position there. What about Emerson? The returning Emerson, the returning Hall of Famer. Only 10th fastest there for Emerson. I say only 10 fast. I think he'll be happy with that then. Troy goes 4 fastest for Troy then. And what about Percy? Goes 2nd fastest there. 500s away from Swift Ninja, who on his debut is on pole. But we got, Boxtown's banned this time. So Swift Ninja is first started ALR Gold, has put it on pole position there. Fantastic 17. A 14-7 there to take pole position here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Magnificent stuff indeed then. Knowlesy then, of course, our member knows then as of course, what a qualifying free. Good luck everyone. Bang, everyone, good luck then everyone for the race there. My goodness gracious me. Well, congratulations to Sam Swift Ninja. Brilliant. What a start on his career. Fantastic. I think you know go downhill from here, couldn't it? As we're just waiting for the rest of the drivers then to complete their laps then. Swift Ninja is taking an extra lap around here then, an extra lap of honour there to bask in the glory of his first pole position of his career in ALR. And we have a superstar, don't we? Of course, we do. We knew Sam Swift Ninja was quick, but my goodness me, 500 a second though away from Percy. Percy, that is his best performance in qualifying, I think, all season for Percy. And unfortunately, it wasn't enough for pole position. But Percy, very much, you know how good he is coming through the field. Well, he's starting from the front row, so that is going to be interested. Boxstall in third position with German in 4th in the end now. Troy 5th, Immortal 6th with Cam, Markey, Toy Coin and Emerson in 10th position. That is the top 10 for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm going to wet my whistle. I'll be back very shortly.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Of course, you got your BoxBox app ready for the new season, kind of in just a few weeks' time. And then, of course, Haas just launched their 2024 car, which I quite like, to be honest. I quite like the more of the black, and I also like the side pods and like the big Haas logo as well. I quite like that. That's pretty cool. But then again, I'm quite a easy man to please. But Haas, unfortunately, by the sounds of it, are going to be struggling near the back or at the back once again for the opening couple of races. Of course, let's address the elephant in the room now, shall we? Of course, Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari. My goodness gracious me! Then when that news broke, I was in a meeting, so I didn't really see the news break until like hours later. I thought it was a rib at first, and I was like, and then I seen Sky Sports announced it, so I was like, good gracious me! So yeah, from Hamilton going to Ferrari, looking forward to that. That should be very interesting indeed then. And maybe, I think even Martin Brundle mentioned could even be Schumacher S then as well. Very interesting there for Lewis Hamilton good for it. And of course, that's Charles Leclerc's, that's in Charles Leclerc's lair, isn't it, as such? And that's Charles Leclerc's team that he's going into as well. So very interesting stuff for Hamilton to go to Ferrari. I absolutely love that indeed then. One thing I didn't love, and I must admit, I was absolutely fuming. Unfortunately, I was not surprised, but was fuming about it because Andretti has not been let into Formula One, which is pretty shocking indeed. Personally, I understand some teams are concerned about revenue and stuff, but yeah, but unfortunately, some when we have the two teams that are owned by Red Bull, for example, especially with that new name change, which basically zapped the identity of AlphaTauri completely now, which is now Visa Cash App, which is probably one of the worst names I've ever heard. Goodness gracious me, maybe even worse than what Racing Point potentially. Yeah, and of course we also have Haas, who they're not competitive at the moment, but also Gene Haas mentioned to Gunther Steiner apparently that he wasn't putting any more investment into the car because he felt that he was getting enough investment and the team weren't doing enough. But anyway, that's my rant then anyway. But yeah, Andretti should have been let in. I think that there should be a minimum of 24 cars in Formula 1 because it should be a 12-team championship at least, maybe even 13 teams. But I'm not sure if that's the max grid still or not. But anyway, on to the present, and we have got movement. Ninja back in the Ninja. Haha. I hope everyone's weekend was well and everyone's health is well. Yes, very much indeed, movement. I hope you're having a great day indeed. Good luck, everyone in the race. And Emerson is still a bit rusty. Then I'm always rusty, Emerson. Don't worry about that then. But that's because I'm ginger. You don't have to call me Superstar Sean. I will blush then. When I read that in comments, Serious Russian, I did have that song come through my head then, of course. You're some kind of superstar and all that kind of stuff. Right then. Oh, you meant Sam on pole then. Sam Swift's helmet reminds me of Pepsi. Oh, it does, yeah. I must admit, I was thinking, I was like, is that a Chrome helmet? Soft tyres for Boxtel, soft tyres for Toy Coin at Indigo, and Mr. Rage and Bull. Hard and medium tyres and Swift on pole position in his debut. Second is Percy. Third is Boxtel, the championship leader. German in fourth, with Troy in fifth. Immortal in sixth. Cam is in seventh position. Marky eighth as they're doing burnouts. Ninth is Toy Coin. Emerson in 10th position, as you said, it's still a bit rusty. Nameless, great position as well. Can he capitalise this week? 12th is Keza, out of position. 13th is Chappers. Indigo disappointed to be down in 14th. Rabbit also out of position in 15th. Tango in 16th. Liam has overshot his box. 18th is Mr. Rage and Bull. Milan well out of position then. And Knowlesy on the back row of the grid as well then. Also out of position. 20 cars, 35 laps then. We are going for it then. 5 sets of lights are on then. And when we go out, we'll be racing in where? Hungary. And it's go, go, go. And a great start from Swift Ninja, who cuts across it. That's a Haas of German there, who's going side by side with Boxtel down turn one. It's a short straight down turn one. And let's take a look at, and at the inside then forces Percy wide. Then Boxtel up in the second position on those soft tyres there. And of course, and that is all about trying to get track position there for Boxtel and on those soft tyres. And on the outside goes the Haas car when Troy's staying on the inside as well. And German's through as well, passes the Ferrari. And now we've got the Red Bulls all over the back of the second Ferrari. Troy as they flick through turn 4. Goodness gracious me, look at the cars there. Wow, incredible. And then Wallace started there. And the Red Bulls got past Troy there. Troy's dropped down a few positions as well. Then we got the second Haas of Indigo flying through the field. Swift leads there with Boxtel with German. Then we have got Percy. And there's 2 cars going side by side. There's a Haas. And I think it was Indigo. And Indigo's had the back out there. There's the second McLaren now. I think that's the second McLaren. And my goodness gracious me, then let me bring the tower back up. Emerson up 2 positions there. Up 4 positions. Rabbit and Indigo at 4 as well. Fantastic stuff. Terrible start for Cam. Down the order. Percy's lost out there. Toy Corners there made his way up the 5th position as well. Percy's gone from 2nd to 5th there in the opening lap there. But of course that might be tire dependent then. Softs a big gamble. They are a massive gamble indeed, aren't they? Unless there's rain coming in. It looks very glum up there. Oh, Percy there having a bit of a swapperoo then out of turn 14 and lap 1 complete. Look out there. It's 10th for a second and it's less than that because Boxtel takes the lead on those soft tyres. Passes Swift Ninja. And I think the Swift Ninja knows the tyre game here at the moment. We've got change of positions there all over the show because look at the background. That's one of the Emerson Immortals spotted position as well. Boxtel leads now, and German is going to have a sniff. And look at that though, it's goodness gracious me, it's Toy Coin on soft as well. I think he is in that Red Bull there. My goodness gracious me, and now we have got a very close battle between Immortal and Emerson. How do I look coming to turn 4? Emerson there staying in 8th position at this moment in time. All about Cam, all over the back of the second McLaren. There's goodness gracious me, doing a bit of teleportation there. And Champer's down 3 position as well. Knowles in the back of the field at the moment. And up into Milan, they're up into 50 positions, up 4 positions. There is the pit strategy there for Boxtel. 2 stops on 1 stop. I think the Boxtel is going to have a very long, going to have to go onto the hard tyres then, isn't it? Track position, I think, is crucial around here. So, track position is going to be crucial around here. So, but that Indigo is making it look quite easy to overtake at the moment, isn't he, on those soft tyres? Let's take a look at the tyre strategy, shall we? 4 drivers are on the soft tyres. Mr. Rage has not been able to get the fruits of that soft tyre just yet. Down in 18th position. Indigo flying up for the all-round. Same with Troy Coin as well. DRS has now been enabled in this one now. So the overtaking opportunities is probably just down into turn 1 and potentially a half a chance into turn 2. I can't see any other position, any other places you could overtake on this circuit. How long those soft tyres going to last for? Serious Mushroom's already mentioned that the soft tyres is a massive gamble here, and I would agree with him wholeheartedly here. I think that the hards or the soft tyre, hards or the mediums might be a better one here to go side by side. Nameless down 3 position again, but at least he's still in the pack. And of course, he had an issue in Spain a week ago, but unfortunately, though, Nameless are strung in the start once again, but at least he is still in it, and I think he's still got an opportunity for some major points and places on the hard tyres actually, and that's why I think all the drivers in front of it was on the softer tyre, which has allowed him to get past it. For French Straight, the only major chance Serious Mushroom is saying it is a very tough track to overtake on. It's they used to say it's Monaco about the barriers, didn't they? Now the Boxtel getting in front then, using those soft tyres, but unfortunately for Boxtel now is that Sam Swift Ninja is now starting to peg that gap and potentially reel it in, because it was a second, it's less than a second now. He's in DRS and Boxtel is that Liam here getting past Mr. Raging Bull. Mr. Raging Bull's soft gamble is really not working at the moment. They're struggling down in 19th position there, and Knowlesy is going to be feeling very interested as well. 12 laps soft start stretch, then need hard serious. But just in on the outside, there goes Indigo. Have a look at Emerson there. Emerson slammed the door shut on the toes there of Indigo. Indigo's going for it. He's going this way and that way. Emerson is not going to keep the door open, and he's kept it ajar now. He's going on the outside. He fights, but he's going to take it. Wow! Magnificent stuff there from Indigo. And they're going side by side up into turn 4. Great maneuver for Indigo. Wow, brilliant and brave racing from both drivers there. Indigo was not to have it any about. What a maneuver from Indigo there. Brilliant job indeed. Up into 8th position now, and passes Emerson there. So back on board now with German on the medium tyres there. So Sam Swift then is about 6 tenths of a second in front of German at the moment now. And then we got to Toy Coin. Then we got Percy, Troy, Molto, followed by Indigo with a great maneuver and potentially the move of the season so far. Hung it outside, then Emerson gave him Haas widths there, didn't he? And Indigo took a great drive in there. Brilliant stuff indeed. Markey in 10th position. Well, now Brabant, he is the meat in the McLaren sandwich. Mr. Raging Bull is having a nightmare in the Aston Martin. He's got on the soft tyres, no pace, and unfortunately a 3-second penalty now as well. Not ideal start into this race in Hungary. That second Aston Martin now, I think that was Nameless and out of DRS now. Immortal, that was much more straightforward overtake there for Indigo on Immortal. He's now in 7th position there. So Indigo on those soft tyres has Indigo on those soft tyres then has Albert just put in qualifying, and he was very unhappy with himself and very harsh on himself after qualifying. Has I think got himself back into the position where he probably would have been in qualifying in the battle with the 2 Ferraris and the Red Bull and the and his teammate as well. But there is a question now though, because the strategy call for Indigo is going to put him in a on the back step at the moment. Moving, what a move, and Emerson still got it brave and clean, and it was a great move from Indigo. Very good manoeuvre indeed, potentially overtaken of the season so far, potentially, but then again, that's just off the top of my head. Sam Swift in Boxtel, the gap is still about 8 tenths of a second in, so it's not being reeled down. Remember that the Mushroom said in the comments there was Boxtel, sorry, Serious Mushroom in the comments there did say that the soft tyres at a push 12 laps. But our push was 12 laps then. But I do feel that the soft tyres have already started to struggle as Indigo they're having a bit of a swapper there, and now Emerson is starting to home in onto the back of Multi. So we're on board now with the double world champion there. I think this is 111th or 12th start. Milan up into 13th position, flying through the field on the medium tyres there, Milan is. Great manoeuvre indeed with, Chapter's also cutting across Nameless as well. And up into 15th position there. Nameless dropping down, unfortunately. And unfortunately for both Alfa Romeos, they are really struggling at this stage. And Keza down in 14th position. You can see Keza all the way down there. He is third in the World Championship at the moment. This is a nightmare race for Keza so far. Let's see if it comes back to him. Because all the drivers in front of him of Cam, Milan, Brabant, Marquis, Emerson are all on the medium tyres, whilst Keza's on the hard tyres. So this may come back to help him later on then. But look at this queue of cars then. And this queue of cars stems from, I think it's Indigo now, isn't it? So it's Indigo, Immortal, Emerson, Marquis, Brabant, Cam, and now Milan is onto the back of this part as well. I would even count Keza as well in 14th position then. So we've got basically almost half the field behind Indigo now. As those soft tyres I think are struggling, aren't they? Because look, the gap at the front has also shrunk as well quite dramatically here, and Toy Coin also struggling. So I think the soft tyres have had their day, you know, coming across the line. Wow, most avoided softs in the 100%, and Serious Pressure was saying that across they come that, and Swift Ninja swiftly takes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Boxstyle dropping down, and Purse getting past Toy Coin as well. Indigo is still in front of Immortal. I'm surprised by that. And we've got a bit of a DRS train now behind Indigo, haven't we? And look at this, look at these Kia cars here, goodness gracious me. And I think that this is actually, even though Keza's down in 14th position, I think that this is actually not looking too bad for Keza, actually, is it? I think that Keza may be all doom and gloom from my point of view, but Keza, this might actually be helping him now, especially if Indigo loses. He's now he's now 2 seconds behind Troy. Milan has got a penalty, that's going to be costly now, but so far only 2 penalties out there, but this is very early on in the race then. German needs to get past Boxstyle quite quickly, because Percy getting past Toy Coin has launched right to the back of German now. So German is going to get past Boxstyle on this lap on the start-finish straight, and he does it because look, Swift is already out of DRS, almost out of DRS range already, 7/10 of a second in front of Boxstyle. So German, a crucial time now in this race for German and for Troy as well. But Troy is a second back from Toy Coin at the moment. Troy is there, so Troy there not able to, is not going to be able to use DRS at this stage of proceedings. And German, look at that then, German they're struggling out of the final turn there, and it's actually going to be, I think that as Indigo's into the pits, he's had enough, and so Indigo's great start then in this race has not been undone, but he's now going to have to go to the pits, so go to those onto different tyres and look, I'm surprised by that, but Boxstyle not been overtaken on that lap there. And so where Indigo, what tyres are going to go on then for Indigo then is we got Tango getting very close to the back and Nameless, and Indigo has now gone to the medium tyres. I think that's a two-stopper, you know, on board with Tango and Knowles have not scored points in the AlphaTauri yet. Difficult start, and look at this, it's going to be a replay. It's a great manoeuvre, and up the inside passes Nameless. Great manoeuvre, and that's two great overtakes in this race. Fantastic stuff indeed. Indigo on Emerson and Tango on Nameless. Great driving from all four drivers. There's been a part of that overtaking opportunity. Fantastic stuff indeed. So Indigo is now in clear air, so he is going to be going for the undercut now. I'm really putting his toe down here. Can't afford the softs in this company then. Wonder if anyone will switch to a two-stopper. Safety car might be the only chance. And Serious Rush was saying that. As I reckon that Indigo is on the two-stopper still. I'm not sure what you guys, Mushroom and you guys think in the comment section, but I think that's a two-stopper. I don't think the hard medium tries to go to the end from here. Surely not though. No, unfortunately, I'm surprised how early Indigo is in on the pit, coming to the pits on the soft tyres. Boxstall's actually doing a really good job. Boxstall and Toy Coin are doing absolutely fantastic jobs out there. On board Percy, who's all over the back now at German. German has forced Percy to the outside there, and German there, oh goodness gracious me, that was very tight there into turn 2 with Percy there is very much all over German like a bad suit here. Sam has not got, Swift Ninja has not gone up the road yet, has he? So he's very much just sticking there. And, who's that? Percy's off the circuit there. I I missed that whilst I was looking down at the comment section. But Percy off the circuit, and he has lost out to Toy Coin, and that is crucial now. So for the Ferrari driver dropping down the order, oh dear, and Serious Russian, that's definitely a two-stopper then. But Percy there, that is going to be costly indeed then for Percy. Yeah, he had a swap, didn't he, Percy? I just said, luckily the stream was about 20 seconds behind the actual live event, which is great stuff for me, so I can rewatch it. But Percy, goodness gracious me, I think, yeah, look at that, he just got a swap from there then, so an uncharacteristic mistake then from Percy, and dropping back down to 5th position, that's costly in this race, isn't it? But he is now going to see if he can get back past Toy Coin and German, who is very much now got to just focus up the road there. Markey is down into 10th now, pit stops for Tango. Tango's in the pits there. Oh, and what's that then? Cam has just gone completely through there, and goodness gracious me, I've got to say that's probably that's certainly what we are. Tango in the pits now. What's that? And Tango is he's swapping. I think he's swapping strategy because I think he's struggling on those hard tires. There is just no. Oh goodness me, we've got all kinds of. Oh, what's happened? And Markey and Cam is off the circuit, and Markey is they was very close then, but Markey is facing the wrong way, and oh goodness gracious me then, and. We've got Cam there, just recovering down in 14th position there. That is not good at all, is it? We didn't see what happened, actually. He's looking into what Tango was up to in the pits there. Unfortunately, though, that is costly indeed. We've seen him go very close into turn 1. We've seen Cam go through, actually. Go through into turn 1 there, which is, goodness gracious, I think that was illegal, wasn't it? Goodness me, you can't go through anyone. You can go around them, sometimes over top of, but you certainly can't go through them. Cam down in the 14th position now. But Markey right down in 19th, and he was fighting for a good scoring position there. That is elevated. Emerson and Brabant and Milan, Keza and Chappers, Liam, yeah, all up a couple of positions as well then. So Birmingham Internet then from Cam as now we got Percy reclaiming that as Cam's in the pits. Percy has reclaimed that 4th position after that mistake earlier on the race set. So he's back up into 4th now. Then Troy is still in 6th position in the second Ferrari. It's going okay for Ferrari, but I wouldn't say it's going spectacularly at the moment. For me to say from this point of view, though, isn't it? Out of pits now comes Cam. Then Markey has stayed out. Then so no other pit stops at the moment. Then now Indigo, who has just been racing on. Then of course he's had a clear track, hasn't he? Indigo has now, just enjoying himself out there on the 17th position. Well, I'd say he's enjoying himself. He's probably pushing really hard now. Indigo is known at the undercut. It could be crucial here. So he will have worn tires, but he will have track position, which, as you mentioned, that track position could be crucial. And remember that Indigo was not being passed left, right, and centre when he was on those used soft tyres there. So Indigo may have a bit of a slippery car down the start-finish straight, which is going to help him surely in this race out to defend his position. Just watching Liam, yeah, who he's keeping up with champions at the moment, and unfortunately Liam, yeah, it's been a bit of a difficult start to this season. Not really much to write home about for Liam, yeah, at the moment, but of course I think this race it's not looking too bad now for Liam, yeah, as they're on board now with the Mercedes driver. DRS this time, he's going to be quite close to Chappers. He's actually not close, he's almost alongside. He's past the Alfa Romeo. I know that, I think, to me, Liam, yeah, has been sizing up that opportunity now for the past couple of laps. Tango's at the fast up race, you get bonus points fast up wherever you finish, as long as you finish the race. Emerson, Brabant's got past Emerson now. Emerson down into 9th in the McLaren Mercedes now. But now, as you've got to Milan, who's also on the back of Emerson as well, as we mentioned, Back to the Future, like with Emerson and Milan back on the grid then. So it's great to see, isn't it, the two drivers then back up there. Milan at 10 positions, as Serge was saying. He's doing a great job, Milan is, isn't he? A bit of a difficult qualifying session, but in the race trim, he doesn't look like he's missed a step, does he? Emerson said he's a bit rusty, but in 9th position nonetheless then for Emerson, and I think he'd be quite happy with that performance so far. As this race is just ticking along now, isn't there? We just got, and now our DRS range is boxed out. Boxed out is starting to struggle now. Lap 12, and that was when Mushroom Kerr said about the drivers and are going to be falling off now in terms of these soft tyres. We're on board now with German. And he's going to pass Boxstyle and move himself up into that 2nd position there. So Boxstyle's tyres are going to be quite well worn there, but hard soft, right? You can see the drivers then keeping those soft tyres very much within the pace, and I'm really impressed actually of how long these soft tires have lasted. But I bet you any money they're all struggling and waiting to come into the pits. And now I think actually this might be a one-stopper for some drivers now, the likes of Box now. And Emerson dropped down the order now, or is he? Because look at this, then, goodness gracious me! And there's contact between Emerson and Milan. My goodness me, old foes, old rivalries been renewed there, haven't they? And now we got Kez all over the back of Milan as well. Oh my goodness gracious me. Remember, we're so used to those two drivers fighting at the front of the field. Today they're fighting the mid-pack. My word, and getting very fruitful there indeed was the as Emerson's pace has dropped off in the last couple of laps. So on board Kez now, who I think will be sitting quite happy in 11th position now. Then, but of course, Keza has been driving, has been more up the field than what we're used to seeing. But Fuji today has not too well at all. Out quite early on in qualifying, and I think he's just trying to make his way through the field. And of course, goodness me, as I think that's very much reminiscent between Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen a few years ago, with that infamous line that Kevin Magnussen said to Hulkenberg. Ironically, they're teammates, aren't they? Goodness gracious me. But yeah, that is very... Oh, and look, it's a Percy having a look up the inside now of a Box now. Potentially his main championship rival this season. Certainly is at the moment. Certainly Box now is very much attacking that crown of Percy's, isn't he? Isn't he here this season? And now they've got the Ferrari then as Emma and Percy, the new Emma and Milan, the new Percy, and Jordy then. As unfortunately we ain't going to see that for too long because Keza has passed Milan and moved himself over to 11th position now then. As we didn't see that on the screen because we was watching Percy and Box now. As of course, Sirius Much just alluded to that we have seen the previous between these two drivers, especially in season 8 there, where there's a lot of collisions, wasn't there, between the two rivals there. It really very much came to a head, didn't it? Zandvoort season 8. Goodness gracious me, now he's all over the back once again. And look at this, that is Box now defending the position. And in the background, we've got Toy Coin really getting defensive on Troy as well here with Immortal joining the party. And my word, then soft tires are struggling now. If they come to the pits this lap, then it'll be medium tires. Surely it is the pit stops now for Percy and for Box. I say he's coming into the pits, and I think the medium tires should get to the end from here, I reckon. Toy Coin also in as well, and that has now left Immortal and Troy to sort out their differences, so to speak, then going down into turn 1. But I think the soft tires was actually paid off quite handsomely. I'm not sure what you think, Sirius Merchant and the rest of the groupies in our chat as well, then of course. But it'd be interesting to get your comments. And Box out of the pits now down in 16th position there. Where is Indigo? I hear you after. Indigo is now in the 12th position there, and he's going for. He's having a look at the inside of Chappers, and Chappers gives way there. Well, I wouldn't say he gives way, but I don't think he had a leg to stand on there with Indigo. Half the tire usage of Chappers. So Chappers on a different strategy then. Now Indigo having 2 limp position there, using those new tires quite well. So now as Box Star is had a nightmare, he's come out behind Tango here, and this is not what he needs. These in-laps and out-laps are going to be crucial in this Grand Prix outcome, I feel. But I do feel that the softs and the medium tires may actually be a very good race strategy around it. But let's see. We ain't even a half distance yet, and anything can happen, and it usually does. Gap 1.3 seconds between Swift and German, and then 1.5 seconds between Percy and German now, as the top 3 are now starting to scamper away from Troy in 4th position, 4 seconds away from Troy, with Immortal in 5th position there. Boxstar has got past Tango, moved us up into 16th. Brabbit for 3 seconds back in 6th position, with Keza in 7th now. Keza's got some clear air after being in the basically fighting with everyone since the start of this race. And Emerson's going defensive, so Milan's going to go on the outside here. Emerson clear, and Emerson against the inside there. Milan go for the switcheroo. More contact between these two. Goodness gracious me. And Emerson and Milan there. Wow! As they are certainly showing some fight here. But Emerson then once again then, Milan then almost swapping engine on that car. Emerson's getting very unstable. And once again Milan sliding the car here. Wow, getting very vicious between these two drivers. We don't see a lot of that these days, do we? Certainly a lot of rubbing and a lot of the cars at the back end stepping out. Knowles, he's got a 3-second penalty. Difficult race at the moment for Nosey and for the AlphaTauri in general. Difficult season for the AlphaTauri in general at the moment. Goodness gracious me. Now they'll have too much traffic there, and there'll be worse tires at the end. But Jordy has the pace to make it work, though. Serious Mushroom is saying that. So Mushroom thinks it's box style strategy. Box style soft to mediums might work, but he's not sure about Toy Coin, unfortunately, and maybe even Indigo as well. But we think Indigo is going to be on a two-stopper in this one, so Indigo might need a safety car. Box style getting past at Knowles here now in 40 position. But I think that Serious Mushroom is right. Brabant's in the pits. Serious Mushroom is right, though. I think that the traffic is going to be a major factor in this one. Brabant then the first McLaren into the pits then, and he is the first medium runner to start the medium tires into the pits as well. And Milan, oh my goodness me, onto the grass there, he has gone wide. Oh my goodness gracious me. And my word, and it's getting very feisty between the two rivals here. So look at the back right there, because that's Indigo. He doesn't want to be, doesn't want to have any part of this content. And Milan and Indigo have come to blows. And goodness gracious me, and I think that Milan might have been a bit frustrated about the issue that he had with Emerson. He is certainly going to be apoplectic after the issue he had with Indigo there. Goodness gracious me. And Milan's first race in a very long time has unfortunately been very difficult indeed. And now we're just back with this battle here between Chappers, Nameless, and Box Styles. Now in the 10th position there. Toy Coin has got past actually. Now he's up into 12th position. Toy Coin. That was a great manoeuvre into the chicane there. And my goodness gracious me. Goodness me. Yes. Well, that was very interesting indeed, isn't there? As Tango, 3-second penalty, unfortunately. Cam now up in the 13th position, trying to make his way through the field there. Toy Coin is flying out there. He's now doing He's getting through this traffic quite nicely indeed here. Where's Brabant? I hear you ask that. He's now out in 17th position on the hard tyres. I'm very impressed, actually, with... He's into the pits, now comes Emerson. On the outside, yes! Yes, what a manoeuvre there. He passes Liam, yeah. Up into 8th position. Great manoeuvre there from Boxstar. Just shows, but of course, that is tyre dependency, of course. But still, nonetheless, a great something. The Camels are getting past. Nameless and up into 11th position now. Both Red Bulls are looking strong at this stage then, but unfortunately, Cam does have a lot, older tyres in Toy Coin at the moment after he came to the pits earlier on this race. Emerson out of the pits now. And who's that cutting across? And that's Mr. Rage there coming out in front of Emerson. Emerson very much has certainly been a big part of this broadcast. Now, hasn't he? Goodness gracious me, he's come back with a ban, literally and figuratively here. Oh goodness gracious me there. So we're just hearing some comments now about the manoeuvre on Emerson, that Milan made on Emerson there. But it was very brave to go down on the grass, wasn't it? I must say, it certainly was indeed. He had all the heart of the truck, but he opted to go on the grass. It was ambitious, you might say. So trying to say, why is he trying to go down the inside when he had 10 cars width on the outside of Emma? Absolute from pillars as well. Yes, so Farpool also made his points very clear as well. I must say, it was I very much fortune favours the brave, but I think on that occasion didn't work out too well. Unfortunately, Indigo got caught up in that as well. I don't think Indigo sustained any damage there. It doesn't look like any damage at all, to be honest, for Indigo, but he has dropped behind Boxstar here, which I think the Boxstar was one driver he was racing then, or is he racing? Boxstar is questioning. They are on completely different strategies, aren't they? But that is one driver that Boxstar is now in the 7th position. Now that's one driver that Indigo would have liked to have been a bit further up the road then. The next car who's going to be right with Indigo is going to be Toy Coin then. And of course Cam as well. Cam's actually done a lot less laps than he's done it. I'm talking absolute boulder dash there. I really am indeed. Back here then we've got Troye, who is still defending from Immortal. We've also got Gurman, who is defending from Person. So Gurman, I think, is he going to be in the pits? Is he going for soft tyres, do you reckon then? Saying I wonder if Gurman is going to go for soft tyres. In lap 20 out of 35, we've seen the soft tyres do quite a number of laps. Into the pits comes Troy, who I think is going for mediums now. So Gurman is lost out now to Percy. So there he goes, and up the inside, the world champion. Through passes Gurman, the former world champion, and through he goes. And Sam Swift Ninja, there he is in the fourth down there in that blue dot. That is the race leader then, making his debut as well as Cam flying past Liam up the inside. Through he goes. Liam has done 19 laps on these hard tyres, similar strategy to Immortal, Percy and Sam Swift. Troy coming out of the pits now on medium tyres. Where's that car? That's Brabbit. That's important. Brabbit's going for the switcheroo here. This is not ideal at all. Goodness gracious me. Two former silver champions. Well, Brabbit, the current silver champion, was Troy, the former silver champion. He's fighting. Brabbit's going to have to make way. Now Troy's going to have to get these tyres up to temperature pronto here. He flies past us now. He doesn't want to get past by Brabbit here, because that would be quite huge in the outcome of this race. But Troy now is going to very much start to put his toe down here, and let's see what he can do then. Up in front of us, there's a 5-second gap between ourselves and Tango, but he might be a bit slow there. But Tango is on older soft tyres at the moment. Toy Coin is now all over the back of Indigo. I'm really interested to see what Indigo does. I reckon Indigo's going to come in the pits, go back on soft tyres, potentially. Into the pits comes Immortal now as well. Gurman has stayed out, so Gurman is staying out. He's the only driver to done 20 laps now on those medium tyres. And so the medium tyres are going to be being a bit unhealthy at this stage, I would say. Indigo, unfortunately, has to admit defeat at that stage. And as the Toy Coin has blasted past the Haas driver and moved up into 5th position now. Toy Coin has, and he could be on course for a major payday in terms of points set. Where's Immortal, I hear, Russ? And he's coming out of the pits now. Troy is already through. Who's coming down the that's the McLaren of Brabbit then. So Brabbit's in front of us, and he's on the fresher hard tyres now. But Immortal will have fresher mediums. And Liam out of the pits, also on the fresh medium tyres. Can he get out in front of Milan here? Milan's already had a very adventurous day, hasn't he? With some of his clash then. So we've got evening Lord Pillars and evening Queen. Oh my goodness me! I'm Milan up the inside then, and almost. My goodness me, this man is very brave tonight, isn't he? Adventurous, you could say. Fantastic. Wow. My goodness me. Boxtel it could make this work. Seriously, saying some hard runners might go soft. It might I think into the pits comes Percy and Gurman. Well, my goodness, Sam Swift Ninja stayed up. He has a 3.5-second deficit between himself and Percy and Gurman. So I think he can wait an extra lap, I think, then, and should be out in front still. Boxstar has taken the de facto lead at the moment then. Where are they going to come out then? So where are the drivers coming down? Now into the pits, he's throwing on the soft tyres there for Gurman. Goodness gracious me. Percy out the pits now onto the medium tyres. When Cam's come out, Troy's had the fast on the race. Where is Troy? Troy's come down. Look, there. He's past Gurman there. He's going for it. He's going to get past Percy as well. Not quite, but that is certainly... I wonder if that overtaken Tango may have cost him a chance of... Gurman's through past Tango already, goodness gracious me. And now I think the two Ferraris of Percy and Troy are going to be concerned by that Haas. There's Gurman in the background. Can those soft tyres do 13 laps around here? Tango's done 12 laps. Going to be very interesting indeed. So Sam Swift Ninja that we expect him to be out behind Campbell in front of Percy, on board with Troy now. He's done 2 laps on the medium tyres. That is how big the gap is between coming in the pits and then coming out of the pits and doing the undercut kind of thing. Sam Swift Ninja, is he in the pits now? And I think he is in the pits, and he is coming into the pits. Sam Swift Ninja is now in the race. Great debut tonight. Look, there's Gurman. Oh my goodness gracious me, it's like a freight train in the background there. He is really tearing up the tarmac tonight. Boxhouse going to take the lead then, with Toy Coin in second. Indigo is staying out in third position. I think Indigo is going to be pushing those medium tyres very close. And if Sam goes to lap 23, then solves he's golden. Serious person said. Unfortunately, Sam has come to the pits there from Russian's point of view. Where is he? He comes out now, and I think that I wonder if Ninja just wants to preserve his. Look at that, and I said he had a lap, just about a lap's clearance there, but goodness me, nothing more than that, did he? Goodness gracious me. Now Sam, so Sam's lost his advantage ever so slightly. So Percy's all over the gap, all over the back now. Milan out to the Grand Prix, unfortunately then, and out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately then, and it was been a entertaining race for Milan, but unfortunately, let's call it a day in the disappointed there from Milan. Qualified to 19th on the grid there, did make his way nicely up to 10th position at one stage, but I think that his race will probably be remembered for him and Emerson there. And Ayrton said, Milan tried to recreate the Schumacher Barrichello from 2010 here. Certainly did, didn't they? And I think that Milan, the only difference on that day is that The only difference is that it was a bit further down the circuit, wasn't it? And of course, Emerson did try and push Milan into the wall, didn't he? So, but there we go. It's certainly entertaining to say the least, wasn't it? But I'm not sure if Emerson will be too happy about that. And I don't think, as I first said the last lap, and I don't think Indigo's going to be too pleased about that either. Only one retirement so far. Our total retirements there as German's passed Troy up into 6th position there. Now German's next target is a 2.5 seconds on the road, and that is the de facto battle for the lead here. In front of us is Indigo there. I wonder if Indigo is going to be a bit of a mobile chicane now. Nameless getting past Chappers. Maybe he's going to be a mobile chicane now for his to help his teammate German. He's just under the brow of the hill. There he is, German is, and this is going to get very interesting indeed here. Boxtel leads it. Toy Coin in second position, and at the moment the gap is about. I've got to say, I don't think Boxtel is not far enough on the road for this ambitious strategy to work here. Oh, the Swift Ninja there. I thought he was off there, wasn't he? And just now on board then. And look at this. And the Williams is through. And now, so Williams is through. Can Percy get through as well here? I think Indigo is defending. And Percy had to take a base of action here. And there's more contact here. Oh, goodness gracious me. And, gosh, there is Indigo there. It's not waving anyone through here. Now Percy's got a problem because he's got German on the soft tires. Indigo is now into the pit set. And, of course, oh, dear. That's getting very fraught indeed. And now, look at this. Here's German. Swift is set the fast on race. German has just pinched the fast on there as they go in side by side. And down into turn 1. Is he? No, he's German. I thought he was going to throw on the inside then, especially with the grippy soft tires. But German thought better of it than here. But as just coming out of the turn 2, goodness gracious me. I was going to say, as Indigo's now on soft tires, actually on the race, Serious Motion said that 23 for Sam would have been golden. So I think that that is certainly going to be ideal now for Indigo. But he's got a lot of work to do, Indigo has. And from 17th now, that is going to be tough with just 11 laps to get through from there. Right, as he went onto the grass because I would have squeezed me right, went around the outside. I don't know what his problem is. Shame there at Milan saying so. Milan placing the blame at Emerson's feet there. Emerson should have thrown a spring at his helmet. Ayrton saying too soon. Goodness gracious me. You guys got a dark sense of humour sometimes, I must say. Gosh. But keep your comments coming in, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love it. Of course, we all need a sense of humour sometimes. And I can't believe Emerson is saying too soon either. Goodness me, that happened in 2009. Goodness gracious me. I hate to say it though, I am getting very old now because 2009 to me only feels like a couple of years ago. It's 10, 11, 12, 14 odd years. 14 odd years ago now. I'm in the second position. Sam Swift Ninja is now 4 seconds away from Boxtel with just 9 laps to go in this one. Oh my word, German still hasn't got past Percy here. He needs to get past him ASAP. I don't think the soft tire is going to be able to get to the end with a decent pace personally, but I have been wrong before. I'm normally wrong again, but that's just my theory. Let's take stock. We're on lap 26 in this race. I think it's been probably a more entertaining race this season. We've only had 3 retirements in the opening 4 races of gold this season. The lack of retirements in gold has been absolutely fantastic. I don't think we've had safety cars either, have we, in gold so far? It's been incredible, hasn't it, gold? It's been, sometimes there has been a lot of comments made, hasn't there, about sometimes where the gold racing possibly hasn't been as premium as their race pace, but I must say this season has been pretty phenomenal, to say the least. No safety cars. We've got a VSC or 1 or 2, but we've only had 3 retirements in the opening 4 races, which is pretty impressive indeed. Gee, sort of for old, I'm dust, and well, I'm almost dust. If you blow on me too, never mind. I was going to say if you blow on me too hard, I'll probably disintegrate, but maybe I should not sit down now. Across the line, then we come, and now Price has gone from defence to attack. Then brilliant stuff indeed. On the outside goes the world champion, and look at this, a Toy Coin there, give him a squeeze, but nothing more than that. Through goes Percy. Toy Coin does not have the tyres then to really fight this one. Yellow flag as we got some issues going on there. And, oh, that's Nameless off the circuit. And who is that? That's Cam off the circuit as well. And that's Cam's second issue in this race there. We've got a great battle, though, between 4 cars of the 2 two McLarens, the Aston Martin and Keza, I think it is as well, as I skipped through them. So into the pits comes Nameless and Cam now, but no, I think Cam has stayed out, but Nameless into the pits. Don't see what happened there. And just like say about how good it's been there with the lack of incidents and stuff, we do get into there, but Nameless there. Unfortunately for Nameless, and two good qualifyings have not yielded any results there for Nameless in the Aston Martin. Certainly the one-lap pace of Nameless is certainly there, but I think race trim, it's been a bit more difficult, hasn't it? Gap is down to less than a second and almost in a twinkle of an eye. So BoxBox's strategy, as Mushroom said, was ambitious, to say the least. But so that's a bit unfortunate there for. That's a bit unfortunate there for BoxBox, but certainly it was definitely worth a go. And now here is BoxBox. He hasn't got the tyres left. That's it. Swift Ninja on his debut takes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix and passes BoxBox. What a debut it has been there. Very similar to Eat the Cookie potentially, but I think Eat the Cookie's debut race is a bit more dominant in this one from Sam Swift Ninja. But I think the competitiveness has certainly been amped up over recent seasons. BoxBox is up to the second. Swift Ninja leads with Percy. German soft type starting to struggle now. Toy Coin is also now interested in Troy in 6th position. Immortal 7th. Emerson, oh my gosh, and I'm missing out this battle here whilst I'm waffling on the outside goes Emerson, but Mr. Rage is going to be on the inside. Brabham is very much in the vicinity as well. Emerson through and over to 10th position now, but can Mr. Rage come back out? Emerson, I don't think he can into turn number 4. Emerson through, and who's out? That's Indigo also flying through as well. Kez has disappeared down the road then, as the two McLarens and the Aston Martin are very much trying to sort themselves out, and there is Keza, and then we'll see this battle here. Brabham, Emerson, Mr. Raging Bull, then we got Indigo, we got Liam, yeah, also the vicinity as well. Gracious me, there's anything is going to happen. Mr. Raging Bull is run wide, and Liam, yeah, is also going to be through as well. Mr. Raging Bull is struggling. Liam, yeah, on the outside, great maneuver, through he goes, up into 12th position. Mr. Raging Bull just dropping like a stone now, and this battle is far from over. Now, Indigo, I was actually saying that I don't think Indigo's going to get any points, and goodness me, put me on the shelf because I know absolutely no idea what about Formula 1. And now Emerson, my goodness me, is Indigo all over the back of Emerson there. Emerson almost was knocked off the road there, out of the far turn. And now Emerson there is, goodness me, and now we look at this, and Indigo's got so much more pace. Emerson is getting him a squeeze, but I think that the job is done for the Haas driver. Passes up into 10th position, goes Indigo. Emerson down into 11th now, and he's also going to have to fend off Liam, yeah, as well, who's also coming through the field there. Brabham is just in front of us, and Brabham on the same life of tyre as Emerson here. So two McLarens are feeling like they're probably almost sitting ducks here. Here's the Haas driver now. That's bold. That's beautiful. Up the outside, through he goes. And he even keeps that on the road, unlike Roman Grosjean. That's a penalty for Toyko, and that's crucial in this race potentially. He's only half a second away from Troy if you take away that 3-second penalty. Immortal's not too far away either. Keza 10 seconds away from Immortal, with Indigo potentially targeting Keza's 8th position now. As now we're going to join this battle here. And lap 29 out of 33 here. What an incredible race it's been there. Hello Rocket League, good evening to you all then. I have to remember gold drivers are competitive, so races are much more determined to push the boundaries then, as they are indeed serious rushmen say that. And look at this, now here comes Liam, he's having a look, not quite. Oof. So it's going to go up and under here on the two McLarens, and so Emerson does have the DRS from his teammates here, so that's going to help him. And Brabham actually has DRS there. No, we have DRS there. So Liam is going to go on the outside. Look at how much more braking he has. Much more confidence on the brakes of those tyres. And through he goes. And where are he? Oh, goodness me. No, Emerson's come back up there. So cut across and into turn 3, 2, 1, maybe. I don't know where I am then. And now he is through. Emerson's just going to try and come back out of as well. But the deal's been done. Emerson, though, is having a run there. And I think the Brabham's also in full. Oh, my gosh. Incredible race then between the two drivers. Is Emerson having a sniff on the inside of Liam, yeah, but unfortunately is one at a time through there in turn 5. Liam, yeah, great drive today. This is Liam, yeah's best race of the season for Liam, yeah, I think, in my humble opinion. Anyway, great driving indeed there for Liam, yeah, tonight. Look at the back, there's Tanga. He does have a penalty. Also, Nolte, his team has a penalty along with Mr. H and Toy Coin. At the moment, Toy Coin is not losing the position, but he will in a minute because Troy is flying now because he's got 6 lap younger tyres and Toy Coin at the moment. 31 out of 35 here. Boxstyle is now 3 seconds away. We've now got Percy trying to get himself out into second position there. So on board once again now. Liam Yeh will be aiming to get past here, and I think that Liam Yeh should be safe. And he goes on the outside. Liam Yeh does, and he wants to stick to the racing line, passes the McLaren up into 10th position. And Brabbit and Emerson dropping down now into 11th and 12th position. And the hard tyres are struggling now, aren't they? Unfortunately, and Tango, who's having a good race as well, but unfortunately that penalty is going to cost him. But Tango, who might be able to sniff a point then if something untoward happens in front of him potentially. But Tango at the moment there in 13th position there, in front of Chappers at this moment in time there. Great I think overall it's been a very... Oh, it is off. That's Emerson off the circuit then. And he's really struggling now, Emerson is, and he's also low on fuel as well, Emerson is. As we just got that, as we got the telemetry up there, which I didn't actually mean to get up. I was trying to get the position changes up there as well. As of course, then Serious Russia is fine. ALR's on, which is great to see. I'm doing very well, Rocket Lee. It's great to have you in the stream as well, my good sir. I was wondering where you were. But how dare you have a life outside of ALR? Goodness gracious me. I'm on the banter bus there. I don't know what's wrong with me. Nice move by Liam VRS then. Of course, Liam Yeh is the only driver in the field, as far as I'm aware, that uses a VR headset, which is really cool to see. And to be honest, it'd be very interesting. I'm wondering one time or another, it'd be quite interesting to see if the Liam Yeh's perspective is, if there's a way where Liam Yeh could like show what he's I don't know. I don't really know how it works, to be honest. Oh my gosh, staring up the inside goes, who is that? And that's Indigo getting past Keza here. You'll have the fresh attire. Driver of the day's out. Geordie, Toy Coin, and Indigo for your drivers of the day then. Oh gosh, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know who to pick on that one. Indigo's done a great job, hasn't he? I think I'm leaning towards Indigo, to be honest. But Boxer's done a good job as well. But anyway, no. But actually, I don't know who I'm leaning towards because I am meant to be neutral and all that kind of stuff. Percy's got past Boxstyle, unbeknownst to me. Shocking behaviour, really. Well, not from Percy, but from me then. Out to the final turn, out of the turn 13. Percy now in second position there. Boxstyle in third. What can German do on those soft tyres? And German's quicker than Boxstyle on that. This might be the first race of the season for Boxstyle. It may not be on the podium, which might be. Well, it still shows how consistent this season's been for Boxstyle. Remember this time last season, he only just started scoring points, wasn't it, round 4 in Azerbaijan? So this season he's already like 60 odd points better off. German now is potentially get a podium here then. So Toy Coin is losing out to Troy, but not to Immortals. Immortals got a 3-second penalty. That 33 out of 35 here. My word then. These drivers are crazy. The days are crazy then, Brooksy is saying these drivers are the day are crazy then. They are. Oh no! And sorry, Brooksy, I was reading something else. I was trying to read your comment, which is not very good. Yeah, I must say it's been a very, very, very fruitful, hasn't it? I think it's been the rest of the season pretty cool. But then again, that's just me, just picking out my heart. What's I saying? Oh, German's got a 3-second penalty. I think that's costly, to be honest. I think that could be ending German's chance of a podium here, but a good drive nonetheless up to German. I think the German is once again just a step away potentially from the pace of Percy and Boxstyle again tonight. Then, but I think the Sam Swift Ninja is certainly going to be. I think he's just loving a Mercedes there. It's certainly going to be one driver that Percy and Boxstyle is going to be very concerned about if he becomes a full-time driver for Swift, because my goodness me, he's had a lot of pace in qualifying and the race trim, which is going, and if Percy, and of course Percy, one of Percy's chink in his armor, I would say, is his qualifying performance, but I haven't said that, he did a great job today, didn't he? So, but I think that it's going to be very interesting later on. Then Emerson has got past Brabbit, as Brabbit is into the pits. I wonder if Brabbit is going to throw on soft tyres and get a point in for the McLaren team then. In car 5, here he comes. It's a great pit stop there for the McLaren team. Emerson has stayed out in 12th position now, in 12th over Chappers now could be going to be all over his gearbox, and Nameless in the pits as well. We didn't see what the inside was between Nameless and Cam there, but that might be investigated after the race then if there's any foul play. I've gone for Indigo, has Indigo'd so many times, and of course Driver of the Day is still out then. Boxstyle 43%, 29 for Toy Coin, 29 for Indigo. Then keep your votes coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Sam Swift Ninja. enjoying himself out there at the moment. So I think the German, if he gets past, he needs to find 3 seconds on this final lap, which I don't think he's going to do. It's great, great and pacey as German is there. I don't think that he's going to have the pace, is he, with just 1 lap to go with these soft tires been on for 13 odd laps or so. But he's going for it. He's having a look at the inside there. I don't think Box probably would have fought that a lot harder than what he did just then, because he knows that German's got a 3-second penalty there. Lap 35 out of 35 in this race, and only one retirement now, and only 3 retirements in the opening 4 races as a whole. There is fuel lights flashing here, there, and everywhere, apart from Sam Swift Ninja. Goodness gracious me. And Immortal getting past Troy. Look at this, a lot of fuel lights are flashing up. The only fuel light that's not flashing up from what I see is actually the race leader. Troy, who's down in 7th position, but he will have that. The 3 seconds over Immortal. He's got that 3-second penalty. Emerson dropping down into 13th position there. And here comes Sam Swift Ninja then. And what a performance on his debut. We've seen him race in HDE when ALR was part of the HDE group, then way back when, then of course when he was driving in Division 2. But today, Sam Swift Ninja has dominated, well, dominated is not too much of a word then, potentially, but of his Indigo has got as a 10-second penalty for Indigo. That's not good, but Sam Swift Ninja wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. And great drive today for Sam Swift Ninja. He's absolutely dominated that race there. And yes, there's a fuel. And look, I wonder if he's out of fuel here. I think that Indigo is out of fuel. He's also got a 10-second penalty. And Indigo then, oh goodness me, then that's a great. And Tango could potentially get, is going to get a point, and that'll be Alpha Tyre's first points of the season here for Tango. Liam, yeah, getting a great drive as well, and Tango. So I think those 2 drivers deserve a round of applause here. But Indigo has run out of fuel, and I think as Cam ran out of fuel as well. I think he has as well, because look at that, he's struggling. He's going a bit quicker, but Indigo, that is such a shame for Indigo, running out of fuel there towards the end. But Sam Swift Ninja, 1 race in gold, 1 win, completed it. Incredible stuff. Pole position to checker flag. Sam Swift Ninja wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. And brilliant driving deal with Percy second, Box standing third. That is our podium sitters tonight there. With German 4th, Toy Coin, Immortal, Troy down into 7th there. I wonder if Troy ran out of fuel as well. There's might have been, because of lack of safety cars this season, there has been a lot of concern about fuel, hasn't there? And that late on then, that's certainly cost Troy potentially, and certainly cost Indigo from getting 4 points into his name. He does get driver of the day on the game then, but I think the Box Style's got it 44%, 33%, and Indigo was actually winning that driver of the day vote up until that issue at the very last lap there. As they're just waiting for the drivers to come onto the podium. He can certainly see us, and we can certainly see Sam as well. Brilliant performance tonight in the Williams car. And I think that Williams are going to be quite happy at that then, because I think because they didn't have any of their full-time drivers tonight, did they? Williams didn't. But my goodness me, I think that overall they were satisfied. Pinhead, GG everyone then. 44% for Geordie Boxside against the driver of the day. Let's take a final look at the classification from the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sam Swift Ninja's first race of his career in ALR Gold, and he wins the race. Percy second there, with Boxstyle in third, and Boxstyle keeping up his 100% record on the podium this season. It's going to be about consistency, but Percy has taken another 3 points out of him in the World Championship. German fourth in the end for German there, with fifth, Toy Coin. Great drive from Toy Coin. Immortal in sixth there, with Troy in seventh. He would have got past Immortal, but I reckon he had a fuel issue. Eighth for Keza. Liam, yeah, in ninth position. Great drive from Liam, yeah. The last couple of laps there. And Tango gets the first put foul for Tyre. So good stuff indeed there for Tango. Chavez 11th, Brabbit in 12th. Brabbit, if he didn't get into the pits, might have got some points. With Mr. Rage and Ball 14th for Indigo, 15th for Emerson, 16th for Nameless. Marky, Cam, Nolsey, and Milan, the only retirement for this race. And Marky also gets fastest lap as well. Boxstyle driver of the day then, Sam Swift with a smashing debut. Not literally, not literatively, but figuratively. And I'm just sitting down and I've got a sweaty bum. That's not good, is it? Whew. Well, I must say I am absolutely tired of that one. GG sweaty race there. Box out saying Brooksy comms. Well, do you want to come and have a chat with me? Do you? Oh, lovely. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very chatty. To be fair, I'm absolutely tired now, and it's way past my bedtime as well. We're just waiting for the drivers to come in, and then we'll have a quick interview with Swift, which hopefully will be Swift. Hopefully the interview will be more at a leisurely place than his race day, and with Boxstar, and hopefully with Percy as well. But I'm not hanging around forever because I've got to go to bed. I hadn't even talked about next week, have I? Shocking stuff indeed. Let me quickly have a look. Next week is the Belgian Grand Prix, the Brest race circuit on the Formula One calendar. Then the Belgian Grand Prix. Brooksy, no one has been added to your party. No, no. Normally I think it's usually the ALR person that's meant to be doing that, so I'll wait for them to do it, mainly because I have no idea what I'm doing. Need invites, Brooksy has said that. But we have got the Belgian Grand Prix next week. Tomorrow is the silver race, as said. I remember what happened last week then. Nigel, who's been looking pretty imperious, had a bit of a bump in the road then. Haas, who started off so well this season as well. Well, they only scored 10 points, didn't they, last week there? But it was Glocks who did a great Grand Prix, didn't he, last time out, getting his first win there. Absolutely magical stuff indeed then for Glocks. Brilliant stuff. And now I've been joined in the commentary box actually by two drivers then. Let me see who they are because I was waffling. We have got Percy and we have got Boxstar. Let's talk to Percy first then. Percy, great drive today, but more importantly, that qualifying lap there was is it more importantly? It is to me. The qualifying lap was absolutely magical to get yourself set on the front row of the grid. That was your best qualifying of the season. Talk us about qualifying first.
I think it was more of a one-off lap than my qualifying's back on track. I don't know where it's come from. Well, I actually did a bit of practice before this race today, so maybe that helped. In practice, I was doing 0.9s or 15 zeros, but then yeah, I think when the pressure came and it just sort of got to me, and yeah, getting up 0.7. I don't know where it's come from, but lining up on P2 was good.
It certainly was, but in the open stage of that race there, you unfortunately dropped down to fifth, I believe, with the drivers getting past you, but they were on softer tyres than you. Was you concerned about that at all then, with Boxstar going on softs and a couple of other drivers on medium tyres? Was you concerned at that stage, dropping down to fifth?
Not really. That was sort of my plan. Just let them, because obviously I knew they were going to be a lot quicker than me, and they're going to try and get past stuff. But well, instead of battling them and holding myself up, I may as well just wave them through, and I can just tag along, stick behind them, save my battery, save a bit of tyres, save my battery, save my fuel, which definitely helped. Otherwise, I would have run out. And yeah, like I was saying, just letting them carry me along, which helped my race in the long run.
It certainly did. And yeah, you mentioned about the fuel as well. I believe that a couple of other drivers had issues with fuel. I'm not sure Troy did as well because he dropped down to seventh in the end. How do you save fuel around this circuit? Because it's very much a stop-start circuit. How do you do that? Is it a lifted and coasted? But if so, where can you do that?
Mainly just in sector 2, just into the chicane and into the fast little left rights after there, just lifting a bit through there, and that just sort of helps you gain. It's not a lot, but it's more if you keep doing it every lap, and obviously you're getting dragged along in the DRS as well, so you don't really need to push. Just helps you save that little bit of what's it called, fuel over the lap. But I think I made a couple of mistakes today in the race, which is unlike myself, which sort of put myself back down into fifth. I think at one time I was battling German and yeah, made a bit of a mistake which could have put me in the wall, but thankfully I saved it. And yeah, but yeah, it was a good race. P2 finishing ahead of Boxtel, which is good for the championship. We'll see what next week has to offer.
And next week we are in Belgium as well. And it's the best race in my opinion. But how are you feeling then going into Spa in a week's time? Then you get that's more, as you mentioned, that's more points off Boxtel. Boxtel still on the podium in every single race so far, but you're certainly eating into his lead then. But what do you make them between yourself and Boxtel in this championship battle? Do you think it's just going to be you two going head to head for the championship, or do you think that maybe Troy, Immortal, and maybe Gurman might be able to gate crash it, or do you think it's just between yourself and Boxtel?
You can never count the likes of German, Troy, Immortal. I mean, you've got Indigo, Toy and Coin today showed he's got good pace as well. So you can never count anyone out. I'd like to hope it was just between me and Boxdale because that would kind of make it a bit easier. But you know, having everyone else in the battle will make it more enjoyable for everyone watching, and it will make it more enjoyable for us battling on track.
And that's what we love to see. Well done today. Brilliant drive today, Percy, with second position. Fantastic. Box style. You started on the soft tires to begin with, which I must say that I was in the ballpark of Serious Muscle where we thought it might have been an issue. But how did you get those tires so far into the race? That was incredible.
Well, it wasn't the plan to go on the softs, to be honest. So yeah, it was pretty difficult. I mean, when I saw I had the soft on, it was just for myself like, okay, now I have to stretch these tires really far so I can maybe go on the mediums and go to the end. But yeah, it did make it not easy for myself. But yeah, P3 is the maximum I think with the strategy.
Was that the game that put you on the soft tires? What tires did you want to be on?
I wanted to start on a medium, but yeah, medium hard maybe, but it didn't help. To I was not paying any attention, so it's my own fault.
I would have played the game personally. But even so, that stint at the beginning was absolutely fantastic. And but unfortunately, towards the end, and because you had to do such a long time on those medium tires, in the end, did you feel like you was a sitting duck then with the likes of Percy gaining up on you and potentially German as well up until we got that 3 second penalty? What was you thinking at that stage then? What was you thinking at that stage then? Was you thinking fourth was going to be the best position for you, or did you think it was going to be even worse than that?
Well, when I saw I had a big gap when I did the undercut, I was like maybe I can go for the win if I can save the battery, but it was just impossible. They were gaining like 1.5, 2 seconds per lap, so it was. Then when I was like, yeah, let's just try to get these tires to the end and hopefully get a podium. Luckily, German had a 3 second penalty, but yeah, it's just the maximum I could get out of this race.
I would say in the opening couple of races, the momentum's been with you, but it's swung around now to Percy, who's outscored you in the last couple of races. Then, how are you going to get that momentum back on your side going into Belgium in a week's time?
Well, it's gonna be difficult. I mean, Percy is always fast in the race. I mean, if he starts like P15 or P10, he's gonna be at the front at the end of the race. So yeah, it's gonna be really difficult and tough because yeah, he just dominated the last season. So for me, even to be leading the championship now and being this consistent is a big cheer for me. So yeah, it's let's see where it goes. I mean, I'm liking this championship battle so far. So yeah, let's get more battles.
And so we're loving this championship battle. Thank you very much, Box Out. Great drive as well to your fourth podium in a row. Magnificent stuff indeed. And that's going to be it from Gold tonight. Goodness gracious me. What a race that was. What a qualifying as well. I love that qualifying. I think that's the best qualifying this season. Only 3 retirements in the opening 4 races, which is magical stuff indeed. Back to the future today as well. Great to see the likes of Everton and Milan back on the grid. And my gosh, they certainly give us some action-packed battles as well. I love that. Great to see Ayrton and back in the comments as well. Great to see all you other regular commenters as well. Like Cirrus Mushroom and Moomin, and of course Rocket Lee and everyone else as well. Thank you very much, and also thank you to our tier 1 subscriber, we have German as well, and who's now our Jensen tier, and of course Nosey giving us £6 as well. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then I love it. It's all about the money, right? As I've got to go now, not because Emerson invited me to the party, but no, I've got to go because I've got to get some shut eye. So I will see you on Tuesday night for bronze. Tomorrow night it is silver, and the train of Nigel has been stopped by Glocks last week. Then can Nigel get back on that podium? Can Haas recover after a pretty difficult race last week? We'll find out tomorrow. Happy Monday, everyone. Goodbye.